Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of the On Point Gaming Podcast. I am CMoney, and I'm joined by the always lovely Doodle.
What's up, everyone? Happy Thursday. Thank you so very much for rocking out with us tonight. Let's get it.
Let's get it indeed. It's fun when we get a nice Thursday night and, we go early in the day and you see Nintendo come out, have a show, and then you just see how some people were saying, and some people out in these streets were saying that Xbox was gonna have a bunch of games on this Nintendo Direct, which probably should have been because it made it a better show. For sure.
For sure. Lord knows they needed the help.
Facts.
All right.
But there were no such Xbox games in sight. But in fact, there were a different first-party platform.
Say it ain't so, see. Say it ain't so.
I feel like we're starting to see PlayStation show first-party IP.
It must be lies.
On Nintendo Switch yet again.
No.
Ooh.
It can't be true.
Interesting.
I refuse to believe it, see.
Well, believe it. Okay, it's happening. They've done it again. And it's just
no wonder it was that bad.
Yo, facts.
Man,
you would think it would be a highlight to be like, oh my god, look at what's happening. But it's like, no thanks. But yeah, obviously, it's just funny. They're doing it. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be a good time. Obviously, Ubisoft, they opened up this new entity with Tencent, but then kind of like, the rest of the people, is this like their slow burn of getting rid of everybody, shutting down the other devs? I don't know. We're going to talk about it for sure. It's definitely interesting.
They have to find a way around it. There's no way that even if you bring in any type of package change that it's going to sustain if you still have the freaking amount of employees that you have. You have to find a way around the law.
Yeah, it feels like they were waiting to see if Assassin's Creed would do well, and then boom, get that big evaluation, which they did. So we're gonna talk about it. Also, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate now has exclusive perks that are only for Game Pass Ultimate.
Oh, me like it a lot.
One such beast of a game is Call of Duty, but me thoughts that they wouldn't do any special perks. I don't know. It's happening, and
I mean, I think that's actually very strategic. That's very smart for them to do. Of course, you want to lure them in, right? Like, yes, you're in, great. You're part of what we're doing, but now we want you to be enticed to going ahead and upgrading.
Absolutely,
for sure,
absolutely. And there's a lot of other, bits and pieces of news that drop. Obviously, Game Pass kicking. As always, Adam Fall dropped today. They also dropped the NCAA, the football game from EA, the college football game. It's in there. So they have that. They have some games coming up real soon, right? Next week. We got a lot of stuff. Going on. But as you guys know, it's motherfucking Thursday night.
It is.
It's Doodle night. We're rocking out with our homies, with our peoples here in the building. You guys are the shit. So thank you for being here. But of course, we got to shout out our supporters over on Patreon and YouTube memberships. You guys are the shit. Thank y'all so much for all the support. Always remember that the show is brought to you by you. So we appreciate you. So thank you so much. Now, that being said, we got to shout out our elite members. That's right. I'm clicking buttons and nothing's happening.
Oh, okay.
But it's not here. We got our homies. The homie Big Boy Mike.
Let's go.
Darkangelic, Pragmatic Ego, Coach Hoodie Canuck, Music 72, and Queen Witch. You guys are the shit. Thank you so much. But of course, our Inner Circle member, our boy.
Get it.
Big Mix Gaming.
Yes.
Thank you, my brother, for being here, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you so much. Now, obviously, guys, you know what it is, man. This is how we always do it.
Break it down for them,
all
babe.
of our people here that we are thanking for the support for sure. But remember, you being live in the building right now, you're supporting us in such a major way, man. And we appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here and sharing your time with us. So thank y'all so much.
100%.
But of course.
Oh, man. Here comes the hammer.
Not all of you are equal. No, every show, 3 of you rise to become the specials. That's right. You can't all be the specials.
Damn.
3 of you have done it again. Who's done it? That's going to be the good question. First in the building, number 1 in the building is our motherfucking homie, our boy.
Who?
User for Games.
Let's
That's right.
go.
He ain't messing around.
Yes.
He said, I'm first. He put 4 exclamation points. He said, fuck y'all. I made it. You know what I'm saying?
Taking my time. Don't even matter. Exactly. I got this shit in the pocket.
It's like climbing Mount Everest and not just putting 1 flag. You know
what I'm saying? You put a bunch of flags.
Now. All right. It's my place now. Now, that's our boy User for Games. First in the building. Congratulations. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, love.
Number 2 in the building.
Who?
Becca. That's right. All right.
What?
5. Number 2 in the building. Becca.
Go.
In the top 3. She ain't messing around.
My girl. First time.
She did it. She said, I ain't taking no shit.
Go. That's what's up.
No shit.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Becca. Thank you for being
Becca.
Here. Rounding out our top 3. No stranger to the top 3. He's been in the top 3 many times.
All right.
But making his return as of late, I would say. It's our boy, motherfucking Anthony Sanchez.
Anthony Sanchez making a return indeed. What's up, love? Thank you for rocking out and happy freaking Thursday to all of you.
Thursday.
Yes.
1 day closer to Friday. You know what I'm saying? Which is 1 day closer to Saturday. You know what I'm saying? It's the way it works. But
wow.
It's great to know.
I mean, you should go on tour, see? You should.
It's a motivational speaker.
I feel like you will bring so much light.
You know, if you're feeling down right now, just know that we're just 1 day closer to Friday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it's Friday.
Yeah.
We'll be 1 more.
Wow. That should be a book. You know?
Listen, I'll get with Hargeet. You know what I'm saying? For my ideas.
Well, I mean, we see what you're bringing to the table, though. So,
clearly, it's high quality.
Damn.
High quality.
Damn.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what happens on Monday, though?
Well, then you're shit out of luck because you got to wait 4 days till Thursday. And then
so this book is not going to be long. Like a picture book, mainly.
Hey, how to get you through the weekend. You know
okay. Okay.
That's it.
I mean, I think by Sunday, it's like, damn it, tomorrow's Monday.
I feel like a lot of people already try to be like, yo, let me get you through your week.
Okay. No. Not see. Through the weekend. You know what I'm saying?
That's the more popular time. So why not write about that? You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, it doesn't seem like you got much to say, but yeah, let's put it in writing.
I already did my 1-2 pages.
You got to copyright that, babe. You know somebody's going to take
We already recorded it right here.
Okay.
Proof.
All right. Got it.
Live. There's no more better proof than this. You know what I'm saying?
Put the pencils down, you guys. Okay?
Can't steal this idea. But listen, thank you guys again. Appreciate y'all for being here. Shout out to y'all. What? No. Click it. Break out the crayons. Oh shit. Oh my God. Speaking of our boy Space Shot, thank you so much. Thank you for that $2 super chat, homie. Says life is short, play games. What a goddamn phenomenal.
That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's a book right there. It writes itself.
Listen, I agree. Okay? That's all I could do. All I can say is I agree. That should be all. Life is short, play games. How to get you through your weekend, bro.
Wow, look at
holy shit. Look at how we just shot that right now. Space Shot. All right, I'll bring you in. Okay? Clearly.
Write the book and then
we can
we'll talk. We'll talk.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Obviously it's a big skill to have right now. Who was first in the building, by the way?
Wow, you forgot?
2 seconds ago.
Damn, see?
I fucking forgot.
You wilding. I'm gonna let you sit on that one for a bit.
Too.
Wow, no, user for gamers.
I was just testing you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And it's user for games. You know what I'm saying? Just saying.
Really? Really?
I'm just writing. When I have to write, then I have to think. And when I have to think, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Becca, Okay. And then Anthony Sanchez. I'm just getting all this stuff filled out. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Sanchez.
Oh my gosh, that's a good question.
What's a good question?
Ryuar says,
does crack kill? Sometimes.
Does CMoney remember anniversaries?
Oh, I am the best at that, actually. Am I not?
You are.
I don't forget any of that.
Yeah,
I don't forget the important stuff. See, this is the thing.
He does
There's
not.
only so much capacity that one man can have in his head. And most men choose to forget all of that stuff and fill it with, you remember more sports trivia knowledge.
I would say more than I do, right?
More? Exclusively.
Wow. Wow, the slander. Really? Wow.
I'm just saying, when the doctor asks for any information, what kids' birthdays.
I'm just trying to let you take the lead. Don't be trying to bring my kids into this. This is how you end up with hot coffee.
I didn't mean
all over your face.
I'm just using all different. I couldn't think of a time where I could prove my anniversary.
Listen, that's just direct. Keep that with the anniversary. All right. Don't be bringing that shit in.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
So yes, I do. That's the answer to the question, Ryuar. I remember everything. All. I never forget.
Dates you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The important stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, I only have so much space. So can you blame me for forgetting the non-important stuff? No, I don't think you can. I don't think you can. That being said, we got a boy Dan Lazaro in the motherfucking building.
What's good?
Thank you for being here. Thank you for that $5 super chat, homie. Says motherfucker said, if Nintendo is your favorite platform, there's something wrong with you. I'm praying for you. Oh shit. I mean, can it be like, can it really truly be a grown person's favorite console, like favorite platform?
I mean, it could be.
Can it? Really?
Oh my gosh.
You're
wilding.
I'm just saying, like, as a grown person, you know, I mean, I'm not saying you don't like Mario or anything like that, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in general, if you can't find any joy in the other, like, in the other platforms that have more grown-up games, that's something else, you know. Maybe I don't want to slander anybody right now. I'm just saying it's a reality. Okay, it's the reality for most people. I think most people would agree.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Well, listen, shout out to you guys. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to the homie Ryuar Gaming in the building.
Yes,
see you, homie. Thank you for being here.
What's up, love?
Cage El Vampiro Borracho.
Yes.
What's up, man? Thank you for being here.
Let's be on some other shit, yo.
Facts. Fillmore Pockets in the building. What's up, man?
Fillmore was good.
Dark Angelic, what's up, man?
Yo.
Thank you for being here, my brother. Coach of the Canuck.
Coach.
What's up, man?
Fam Jam, what's good?
Out, bro. E Ranks.
Yes.
Here before Music 72. E Ranks has his own personal, you know.
He's got his own goals.
His own personal
You know what I mean? And that's the way you got to keep it. You know?
I think so. I mean, he's slapping them up like real good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen,
music really hasn't been able to compete with E Ranks.
No.
For a while.
No, it's been downhill for a bit. Facts. I'm just saying.
Facts. We got Jonas the dad in the building. What's up, my dude?
Jonas was good.
Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. Meet the Cheater.
What's up?
What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Oh, snap. Queen Witch.
Yo. Oh, my goodness. Look at the hair. I love the hair. That's awesome. What's up.
Welcome. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you, homie. Night Turno in the building. What's up,
Night Turno was good.
Malcolm X-Lax3, what's going on, player? One Trick Pony. What's up, man?
Woo.
Stephen Ramey. What's going on, player? Outward Lyric. Thank you for being here. Says good evening, my brothers and sisters.
Good evening, love.
Outward Lyric.
Thank you for being here. Man.
Come hang with the homies. Who else I got? Do I see my home? I see my home. I see my brother, Big Boy Mike.
Let's go.
What's up,
bro? How we doing today?
Thank you for rocking out, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, fam.
Yes.
I see Snooki Jackson in the building.
Snooki.
What's going on, homie?
What's up, baby?
Let's see. Outward Lyric says, I think what Xbox will do is that content for COD is free for Game Pass Ultimate subscribers, but everyone else has to pay for it, which still makes them keeping their word in the FTC trial. Bro, you nailed it. That kind of makes sense. That would be the way, right? To avoid anybody crying or doing stupid shit. Yeah, I get that. Good. That's a good point.
A lot of criers out there. A lot of criers.
Oh, crying all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. Brothers Grimm.
Yo.
What is up, fam?
What's good?
Game Shark in the building. What's going on,
Game Shark, what's up?
Big boy Mike with that public service announcement. Remember to hit that like button on your way in.
Share the link if you can. That'd be fantastic.
Click. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Silver Fox. What's up, man? Says on point for life.
Yes, baby.
Appreciate your whole.
What's up? Thank you, love.
Cool, man. 55. What's going on, man? Appreciate you. Space Shot says they aren't obligated to stick to business plans in that hearing. The FTC didn't ever get any kind of agreement with Microsoft, and the judge didn't grant the injunction. Business plans can change. Oh. Boop. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling you get from there. Slap them up.
That's the thing, though, and they change all the time. And I think that's how they try to like pigeonhole like Phil with trying to catch him saying something.
What? You changed your mind?
Yes.
Oh my God! You changed your mind? What? Come on, man. Motherfucking making business moves, dog. He's not here to fucking appease you. You stupid bitch. Fuck. No, look, he said fuck games. Fuck games. Fuck games. Fuck. Hey. Tony said no games. And what do we see? Huh? We see a mad shit. Right? We see a mad shit happening.
That's why.
Oh my God. This
man.
Belzer in the building. What's up?
Belzer, what's up?
Night of Cypher.
Oh,
what's up, man? Thank you for being here. He says Nintendo family sharing had gone anti-consumer. I don't know, but I do like that little card thing they have going on. The digital card
for the digital, yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually. I mean, when you think about it, it's pretty trash, right? Like we're comparing, like it only sounds good because it's Nintendo, right? Like we conveniently forget that if you have an Xbox and you own a game, you can just log into any Xbox and immediately download that game. There's no sharing, having to pre-say, okay,
no nonsense.
Here's this. The only part of it that is a little interesting is the sharing.
But I have to agree, though. I think it's because it's not like them to do something like that. I remember years ago now, right? Maybe you bought me, I don't know what was going through your mind. You bought me a game.
It was that deal. Remember?
You bought me something digital. And
Pikmin.
It was stuck on your Switch.
Yeah, Pikmin 4,
and it's
right?
like, okay, yes, I think so. Yep.
And then I just bought you the game after.
Yes.
I pre-ordered it thinking I was pre-ordering it for you, but I pre-ordered it
and then you realized
on my Switch.
Yep.
Which meant that you would never have that game digitally. So I had to buy it.
Which is still sealed, by the way.
Of course it would be. Like, who plays Switch games? You
but
know what
when that happens and then you hear, oh my gosh, okay, they're loosening up a little bit.
Yeah, because now I can gift you that and take that game back. Like 5 years later. But like,
I mean, they don't lose value somehow.
True.
They're worth the same.
True. Yeah, I think we still get.
But also, like, okay, so it sounds. Well, I think are we gonna talk about this later?
I mean, if there's time, for sure.
Because it seems cool, the idea that if you lend your game, it'll come back in like 2 weeks.
You don't have to go ask them back for it.
Yes, but like if you messed up, like kind of like you did, right? And this is the way of like, okay, here's the game, then that is not valid after 2 weeks. You have to kind of like reset.
It also kind of clears the roadway for trade-ins.
Agreed.
Right? Like if you can theoretically, say, you know what, I no longer want this game. I want to trade it in, take it off my system, and give me some money for it. Or you can sell it.
That's what we're thinking. But we don't know if that's how it's gonna play out.
They can open up, and not that they would. This is way far advanced for
I don't think so. I know where your mind is going, but I don't think they're trying to give any type of money back.
Yeah, but if they had like a market where you could be like, hey, does anybody want to buy this copy, this game from me digitally, right? And then people can bid, or you can do whatever you want, sell it for cheaper.
No,
boom,
this is not. They're not here to help you out in any way. They're saying, bitches. Okay, you can put it on a different Switch of yours, and this is. So what this does, and I don't know if you feel the same way. Does this mean that they're gonna have the same like cartridges for the Switch too? Because that's what I'm thinking.
So that's the thing. This is what I don't. I mean, I know for sure that they're going to have the slot that can so it's the same card because the old card can fit in the new system.
Okay.
But the new card has this little tab that on the new system is cut out for, but on the old system is not. So you can't take your old game and put it into your new game and put it into the old system.
Into the old console,
you can only take your old games, put them in.
Just the other way around. Yeah, but exactly. I mean, even that is a big step for them, though.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. So it does show them being more open. And like I said, we could talk a little bit more about, the stuff that they announce once we get through the stuff. But yeah, I agree. We do have our motherfucking homie, our boy Starkey Love.
What's up?
What's up, my dude? Thank you for being
here. Thank you for rocking out.
Super chat, homie. Says Hideki Nishino accidentally added me to the Pony for Life signal chat.
No.
I wasn't expecting that. Oh shit. He says he's scared shitless of bombardment of Xbox goodness coming and PlayStation 5 games on Xbox Steam. He hit the salt lick after. That's fucking wild. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting that shit. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean, you could tell they're feeling certain types of way about this whole situation.
They think a little quiet, right? Or am I the only one noticing the fact that there hasn't been much galloping going on on social media?
Did you know that PlayStation had a little like event or like a little showcase a while ago, and like nobody said anything? It was like for indies or some shit, but like it completely. Like they were talking about 5 games or something. I don't know.
Really?
They had like this little thing that they were doing and completely went under the radar. Like no one knew about it. It was damn. It was wild. Yeah.
Okay.
Who are they? Who's PlayStation? Like delete. Honestly. If you deleted PlayStation right now from the conversation, who would care?
No one. They're not bringing anything to the table.
If you told a bunch of casuals like, hey, your PlayStation dead. But we're going to give you an Xbox in this place. We're going to just transfer it or give you a Nintendo, well, maybe an Xbox or a PC, right? In this place, nobody would blink an eye.
No.
Those casuals would be like, oh, well, sucks for them. Sure, I'm going to keep on playing Roblox and Fortnite and Call of Duty Warzone, right? Like, that's where it is. That, like, nothing would change for anyone, right? Because they're not producing any games. So what does it matter? You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't make a difference.
They have no value.
They don't. And listen, I don't know if we're gonna dive into it a little more, but that's just exactly where they're at. I didn't even realize till after like that they've gone full in with Nintendo. And they have a lot to say out there. I don't know. That's why I was asking you if we're going to get into this Nintendo stuff, because they have a lot to say out there about why these games are not on Xbox and they're on Nintendo. Why they're skipping. It's like, okay, thank you, PlayStation, for skipping us. Cheers to that. But they're trying to spin the way that this whole thing is playing out. But I have my theory as to why they're going ahead and being so open with Nintendo.
Yeah.
All
right. Well, I do want to get into that. We're gonna get to these other things, and then we'll get to some before the show's over. We'll get into Nintendo stuff, and we'll see what they have going on. Moonlight Ace, thank you, bro, for being here.
Damn, that's Batman, yo.
Oh, shit, Batman's dope.
On something though. That's a dope ass picture.
He says, CMoney, how do you brush your teeth? With a toothbrush.
What?
Thank you. Great question. How do you brush your teeth? With a toothbrush? Next. Beautiful. Xvault 2 clip this bitch. With the $2 super chat. Look at how he's eating the corn.
You can't make this shit up.
That's fucked up. Oh my God. It says, Mom and the direct messed up me spanking my monkey. Wow. Okay. Well,
okay.
Xvault, appreciate you.
That sucks.
Sucks for you.
That sucks.
Big time. I mean, or not sucks. I'm just saying.
I mean, the monkey's safe.
No. Okay. No thanks. Oh my God. Zane Wick, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you, Hobie. I don't even want to know. Traybone 408, what's up, man? Thank you for being here.
Traybone was good.
Appreciate you, fam. Let me see. I don't believe this. Brothers Grimm says they said Nintendo average age is 20 to 30 years old. I don't believe that. That's not possible.
That's possible.
Your average age?
Oh, I don't know, man. It's that you understand. This is what's happening. That is probably the last generation that grew up with consoles, right? Meaning the younger generation with the phones and the tablets, that's where it's at for them. So I think that's how this comes about. That's how this makes sense. You get it?
Possible.
When the phones and tablets really kicked in, like this is the generation that was already growing up. We've talked about this before. Like Nintendo is sitting pretty, but they do have to figure out what to do next because kids are not growing up the way that they used to before.
Facts.
So these are the consequences, right? That younger generation is not interested much in getting a Switch. They want to play PC or a tablet or a phone. So,
all right. Yeah. All right. I mean, you're right. I mean, I think that's literally the situation. I mean, they're on borrowed time for sure with that. We'll see what they do going forward. Listen, we did find out that on the 2nd, we have the Switch 2 Direct.
It's the 2nd?
The 2nd.
It's on the 2nd? Okay.
April 2nd, yeah. April 2nd. So,
you did hit me up today with April 3rd being a Monday, and you were looking at the wrong month.
Am I for real?
Yeah, you that was cracked out. And thank you, Ryu. Thank you for simplifying this for CMoney. All right, Ryu. Thank you.
Yeah. Says March 3rd.
Yes. Madman age compared to your youngest CMoney. Is that an easier way for you to, get with it?
Bro.
Oh wow, he looks so confused, Ryu. But thank you for your support and your help. I've been considering. Oh my God, if you guys had seen what I was gonna put in Discord yesterday, and it was gonna slip my mind right now, but it was a little mean. So, but it was funny.
But very mean.
Like, now,
as excited as she looked at the funny side of it, just imagine how much meaner it was gonna be when she put it down.
Anyways, this moment would have went hand in hand with that situation that I was,
AEC founder Mr. Click in the building.
Yo,
what's up, man? Thank you for being here, player.
What's
Corey
up?
For life. What is up, my butter? Brother? My butter?
Your butter. Ooh, that butter.
Damn, that was no bueno. My brother.
What are you thinking?
Right? R. The R's there. Okay. It was a silent R in that moment. Okay. But the R.
Oh my
God. R is there. Okay. For sure. I did not miss out the R. Okay. Let's calm down.
My gosh.
You're making shit up. Mr. Teddy Keys in the building.
Yo, what's good?
Up, thank you for being here, fam. Let me see what I got.
You wildin'.
I got my homie Big Migs.
Yo, familia, ¿qué pasa?
Thank you, my brother, for being here, man.
Thank
you.
You.
Chat says, did you see J-Dub claiming Xbox games is going to be all over the direct? Boy, did that piece of shit feel stupid. Keep getting blasted by Reforge, my mouth. Oh, shit. Damn. Aggressive. I like it. I did. We're actually going to bring it up. We have what's it? J-Rock.
Oh my gosh.
His post.
Look at what you've done.
I'm a butter your bread. Malcolm X. Listen, I said brother. You just because it was silent don't matter. Moonlight Ace with that $5 super chat. Appreciate you, homie. Thank you for being here. It says on both the movie hands with your mouth like you're acting like you're brushing your teeth. And I was gonna say you was gay. You ruined a joke, CMoney.
What?
Well, I apologize for ruining the joke. My bad. All right, my bad. I wasn't prepared.
You effed it up, see?
I did. Oopsies. My bad.
Damn it.
I see Demo Flow in the building. What's up, man?
Yo.
APIMB. What's up, man? The truth has arrived.
Yes.
Yes. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. Ricardo Mancada.
Ricardo.
What's going on, player? Thank you for rocking out, man. Appreciate you. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Look at this public service announcement. It says, Brothers Grimm, our boy, says, share the love for the channel. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. You will receive 5 years good luck. Oh shit.
You guys better hurry the fuck up.
Hit that shit. Wow.
Times are rough.
Bro, like, you don't want...
Right?
Share.
He's like, oh shit.
Well, 5 years good luck. That's an impressive amount of time. You know what I'm saying? So
man,
just saying.
Thank you.
It works. Daniel Rubin, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Thank you for rocking out with us, homie. Appreciate you. Arthur Morgan.
Oh my gosh. Arthur, what's up?
What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Just thought of Red Dead Redemption 2. I was like, God damn. Gen X Gamer, what's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. APIMB says, my kids give 2 shits about Mario. We a Halo house. Damn, that's what I like. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Oh, cheese is nasty. What's up, man? Force One, what's up, player? Thank you for rocking out.
What's up, love?
Man. E-Rank says J-Dub refuses to stop taking L's. I think so. I think we're at the point where we just know this to be true. All right. Let's say that we start this shit right here. You ready for that?
Yes. Let's get it.
I'm pumped. Start doing some front flips to warm up. How many front flips do you think I could do, babe?
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. I was not expecting that question, but I think you should try it and I should record it.
No, I've been doing them.
Or live. We should do this live.
Just so everybody knows.
Because you're so good at so many things. I wouldn't want to miss out or anyone else to miss out.
To be clear, my front flip game is...
Your
tight.
what?
My front flip game is tight. Okay?
Okay.
Just because I don't do them in front of you doesn't mean that I don't do them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm just saying. Okay. So
right, yours going with half CMoney.
Half.
So
perfect.
Listen, he's got more faith in you than I do.
Right, the homie.
But
that's why. All right, let me get this timestamp.
Gage wants to know front flips. Like where the fuck backflips, CMoney? You want to see backflips?
No. Front flip is more impressive. You guys wouldn't know because you can't do them, but you know, it'd be what it be. All right. Oh my God.
Hold on. Boy. Oh my gosh.
Before we do this.
Wow.
Dreamcast pool. Oh my God.
Damn.
With that $2
I was trying to take a sip, but I'm going to put this down.
Yeah, you probably should.
Yeah.
Says, I'm considering selling my pisser for my bottom teeth. Damn, that's fucked up. That's real fucked up.
Wait, are you saying that was just for the top and he still has the bottom to go?
I mean, you could only hope.
Wow. Look, see, it's a challenge now. Look what you started.
Listen, our lyric.
And everybody sends them in.
Destroy you with my front flip game, all right? Challenging me? You don't even know. Okay? Better recognize that shit before you to me about front flips. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I wish I had that trampoline clip. Wouldn't you?
No, chill. That was practice.
That's it, like toss your ass.
That's a different trampoline. That's not my personal. No, I don't need no trampoline.
Oh
No,
my God. I like melted, you guys. I was just laughing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's like, oh.
Listen, I don't believe anything that she's saying right now. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just. I'm not acknowledging it or agreeing to it. All right. All right.
It was so fun.
Let's get this party started. Okay. All right.
CMoney is sassy.
All right. Listen.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Here we go. Boom. Start.
All right.
Okay. So
yes.
First topic. PlayStation drops exclusivity for more first-party IP. Now, I'm not going to lie. I was not expecting to see this. Wario64 put a post up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Wario is for all intents and purposes, neutral participant in the console war gaming sphere, right? Like he doesn't really pick a side or anything like that. But I found it funny when he put out this tweet. He says, everybody's golf hot shots announced on the Nintendo Sony Direct coming to Switch out 2025. Also Bandai Namco published. So did you catch it? Because I feel like people didn't catch it.
Wow.
Like I feel like when people read it, it just didn't
register.
Trigger yes. For me, when I read this, it didn't. I
mean, it seems like you're having a slow day, see? but
this
yeah.
is a fast day. Okay? It's super fast day. But the fact that he wrote, it just caught me off guard with the Nintendo Sony Direct.
Yo, mass shade.
That was pretty funny.
That's wild.
Yo,
listen, it was though. It was.
It was. They came out and they put a couple of games on there. It's a crazy situation. Gen X Gamer says Sony trying to be in the closet with third party. Just come out already.
Right?
Well, they are because even this, right? They're using Bandai Namco, right? So they're
hiding what? Like it's like they're hiding their new ways. Like they're ashamed of the crap that they're doing. It's so crazy. Like you already told us that you're gonna have budgets and your games are gonna be a smaller experience. You already told us that you're targeting those Nintendo, the Nintendo market and those consumers over there. So it all makes sense. Now stop hiding your shit and just be open about it. Did they announce these games? Because I feel like, if I'm recalling correctly, the Nintendo / Sony Direct that took place today is the first time where we're seeing this. No?
What? First time we're seeing what? Putting their games over there?
Yeah.
Well, no, they put Lego Horizon over there.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, like about these games. Like PlayStation didn't announce, we're making these games for our platform.
Yeah, so basically PlayStation just stood
quiet,
right? Just stood real quiet, like they didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like this is news to them.
This is crazy because it's like what, man. It's like when you're at a party with an ugly ass bitch, right? And you don't want anybody to know that they walked in together and like they're hooking up. So you're like, yo, hit me up after the party.
You know
what I'm saying?
This sounds like you have had this thought process before, had that experience.
Well, I mean, these are some raggedy ass games.
Interesting. It's true. I was looking at some of the responses, and like this dude, he wrote, me checking to see if PlayStation tweeted about their own IP, Petapon and everybody's golf, and they didn't. Bro, they're trying. Listen, we told y'all they're gonna be doing this, right? They're desperate, right? They need to get money from somewhere, but these motherfuckers are going way out of their way to like do this shit undercover. Like, hey, Namco, Bandai, you want to release this shit for us, dog? You know what I'm saying? You want to go ahead and just put this out there on the low.
Listen, the chat is about to set you on fire.
Me?
Yes, because they don't know how you said that. And
how I said what?
Listen, they think that you meant like, oh, hold up. They think that you meant that I'm from experience, like I'm on the other end. He meant like I did that to someone, guys. Like I did that.
Why would
someone.
I think that of? No, I'm saying before me.
They're gonna burn your ass alive.
Even though it was a long time ago, I felt like she had some experience doing that shit.
Being shady?
Huh?
Being shady?
No, not. You know what? You see what the problem is? Now we're going too far into the joke, right? The joke had to be heard and moved on. And if you didn't get it, you just move the fuck on. All right. Once you start having to explaining shit, now the shit don't work. As Dave Chappelle. Okay. Does he have to fucking explain? No. I'm at that same level. You know what I'm saying? If I say something, you just take it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, someone. I'm just saying. Guys, I don't think he took his meds today.
It's probably
That's
true.
Possible.
Actually, no, I don't have meds. But
listen, I am.
You want to try it again? Because I feel like you're in the same boat now.
I'm a ghoster. That's
yeah, you are. I still remember when I had to drive to your house.
Oh my gosh, don't tell them this.
In the street sideways with my high beams flashing your windows because you tried to tell me that you were going to come out after you told me you were going to come out. Come on, man. You can't do that.
It's firsthand. He's been through it. He started screaming my name. I know you're not sleeping.
You set your sister outside.
Because you wouldn't leave.
Bro. You ain't gonna, if I put you in the calendar, right, you ain't gonna just fucking change your shit last second. Like, what? You wouldn't
fucking tell him I'm sleeping. I didn't pick up. You called me like 15 times. I didn't pick up. I was like, all right, maybe he'll get the freaking message, but he would not. He started screaming my freaking name outside my house. I'm like, this dude's gonna get arrested. I know you're not sleeping. Come outside.
Yeah, for the party. See what? Oh my god. Listen.
Oh.
It was fun times.
You're wrong for that one.
Hey. Whatever works. You know what I'm saying? Whatever works. That's all I'm saying. Oh my god. All right. Let's get back on track here. All right. Oh my god. Wow. Jesus Christ. X Vault 2, clip this bitch for $2.
Oh.
Says Sony is more in the closet than my booty. Wow. X Vault is having a fun night. He's having a fun night for sure. Boss Red 77 in the building. My dude, thank you for being here. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Says PlayStation getting Xbox games, Xbox getting PlayStation. I mean, this is just the reality of what's going to happen. that Steam integration is gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy. They're gonna be crying till that moment. They're gonna be on Sony's footsteps, like, yo, man, block that shit, though, please. Please block it.
It's over. It's over. It's done.
Meanwhile, they don't give a shit that all these games are going to the Switch. You know what I'm saying? Just like PlayStation's like free throw line, switch, whatever you want. They keep that shit. They're like, I don't see that.
They don't have a platform. Theirs have been taken over by Phil.
Oh shit!
That's the reality. They're like, let's see what we can do. Let's try. They're trying to do the same thing to Nintendo, and it ain't gonna play out that way. This is crazy. Oh, someone's got to talk to Hiroki.
Yeah, this is
wild.
This is a good time for sure. We got the homie RC Polygons in the building.
RC, what's good?
Chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says Black Ops 6 Season 3 is releasing April 2nd. Switch 2 Direct is on April 2nd. Black Ops 6 and Warzone announcement at Switch 2 Direct. Oh. Look at RC Polygons.
Connecting the dots.
Connecting the motherfucking dots. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. So this is the thing. Remember, we had that on the last show. We talked about.
I know exactly where you're going.
Plan of first party first, and then multi-plat. Like third party shit after, and then for holiday, right? So different phases, which sounds stupid as fuck to me. But in this case, are they going to talk about third party games at this announcement? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you?
So I honestly, that's possible, and you would think that they'll be ready to, because they're announcing the Switch. Yes, we talked about potentially before we saw that 2-minute presentation, them having power and coming out here and really making a splash. And from what we saw, I'm hoping that that was just something they gathered together last minute and they really have something under wraps, right? But the fact that they're waiting off to like send the dev kits out and everything, it's a little sus to me. I don't know what to make of it, other than, maybe they're trying to make sure that, their games are shining. I don't know, because they also didn't necessarily hype us up with games that are coming this year. This show was ass. So what are you bringing to the table? Unless when they announce the Switch 2, that's when they're going to go ahead and say what games are dropping with it. They got to get it together at some point or another. They dropped the ball twice. So what's coming next week?
That's a good question, man, because I can tell you right now, if you have these third-party games ready to go, you better show those motherfuckers, bro. It's not gonna, like, this is not like last time. Ain't nobody here to see your old ass games. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to come out here, show us some new shit, looking right. Like, you guys showed us some Metro Prime 4. It looked better, but it still looked blurry as fuck, obviously, because on the Switch, that shit better be 4K. That should be looking right on that Switch too. So we'll see. We'll see what they do. But I don't know. Based off what they said, I don't know if we're gonna see a Black Ops 6 trailer there. It would be dope though. It would be epic.
I think so. I think that would be pretty cool. I don't know what they're doing. I feel like they're missing opportunities. But man.
So you were right, Doodle, by the way.
With
when you put that image on Discord, Ryu Art got confused. He said he spoke ill of the Switch 2 and Doodle threw me in the trash.
Oh my gosh.
But
no, Ryu Art
said the trash was the Switch 2.
That was the Switch 2 trying not to get put into the can.
Yeah. That was the Switch 2 that was going into the can. You know what I'm saying?
Not you, love. Not you. Never
Rock
that.
says, damn, CMoney was outside like the fans. That fucking chopper and everything coming, man.
Shit was crazy.
Yo. That's the truth. Listen. I get mine. You know what I'm saying? I got to do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is.
Listen, I've had crazies show up, but not like that. That was a whole other level. Like that was, but it was so determined though. Kudos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. I still don't know how. Like, I literally was like basically blocking the road.
Yeah.
Like literally just turned my car like sideways.
Like Popo would have dragged your ass. This was like on the news type of shit.
It wasn't just you living there. Like there was other apartments and shit in there. Just fucking high beat. Yo, we were crazy, yo.
In front of a church, by the way.
It was across the street from the church, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, that was wild.
Yo, it's wild. Yo, the crazy shit that took place back then was wild.
Yeah.
But it's the way it worked out. X-Ball 2, clip this bitch with that $2. Oh my God. This motherfucker. He says, I woke up today. My booty hole chose violence. Yes. That's wild. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Good old North. Facts. Yo, it was a Patterson, but actually Prospect Park, right? Oh man. But yes, same feeling. That was a good time. Rock says if Sony was smart, they would cut Steam off and make a deal with Xbox for an 80-20 split. Try to get more money out of the deal, but they're not smart. No,
they're not. They
barely can figure out how to put their games on Steam at this point. So it's funny because we think they're holding off because they're like trying to raise their eyebrow.
No, they just can't figure it out.
Do it. They're like, where's the button?
They can't
deploy.
Feels like we're just trying to make this easier for you.
Put it on the Switch. Oh shit. Oh my God. It's fucking
That's wild.
Oh Jesus. All right. So, but yes. All right. So obviously this is taking place. This dude Hunter. It's funny how they're all spinning it, right? Says Sony licensing their back catalog games to Bandai Namco is awesome. Looks like all the games released on PS5, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So far, we're getting Patapon, Everybody's Golf, Freedom Wars, that's already out, so that already happened. Seems to be a back catalog multi-platform push by Sony. These motherfuckers would do anything to go ahead and make themselves feel better about the scenario.
I mean, you know that they love to dip and dodge, right? So this is exactly what we expect from them. I think, and at this point, this far out, to be so far away from reality, it's really sad, man, because like you see what's happening, you know what's coming. This is denial at its best.
But the crazy shit is that, like, how long ago did this come out on PlayStation? Did this game come out on PlayStation? Everybody's Golf Hot Shots? Let me see.
I don't know. It must be a really old game then. I thought this
Golf Hot Shots. Okay. So everybody's Golf Hot Shots. Okay, it's on Steam. Okay, it's on Steam.
Is it on PlayStation? Like, what happened? Did they say F it and just skip them?
Okay, so Everybody Golf's Hot Shots PS5 games. Yeah. PlayStation right here. Yeah. Oh yeah, Everybody's Golf.
When?
So Everybody Golf Hot Shots. I mean, this is okay, hold on. This is an announced
trailer. The plot thickens.
PlayStation has this on their YouTube channel. This is a new game, fam.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
This is a new game.
Okay, this is not I feel like I've never seen this crap before. This is new.
Yeah, let me let's not get this shit twisted. Hold on. Let's go over here. You go over there and you look. And if I share this, here's the trailer 5 hours ago.
5 hours. Okay, I'm like, I can't see.
Okay. And yeah, this is here. PlayStation 5 announced trailer. It's coming to PlayStation 5. This is new, bro. This is new. This is not bringing their back catalog. This is bringing
catering to their audience. This is exactly what they're doing. I mean, catering to the Nintendo audience. We know that they have Mario Golf, which, by the way, shocker that Nintendo is all Gucci about this. But yeah, this is something that they find suiting to their fan base, and this is why they're putting it over there.
So this is a new game, whether it's a remake, doesn't matter. It's a new release, right? This is not this is an old game and we're just bringing it to the Switch.
No, this is a new game.
Hey, this game's coming to Steam, PlayStation, and the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what they did. So they said, okay, these fucking stupid ass ponies, they don't know that Nintendo Switch is a competitor of ours and it's a platform just like Xbox. So if we just put it on the Switch, ain't nobody gonna know. And we're putting it on Steam. So next year, when the Xbox Steam hybrid, the Xbox PC hybrid console comes out, they'll be able to play it there on Steam, right?
I mean, why spend any more money though? I think I told you on the last show, maybe this is something that they were aware of, right? And they knew that this is how the games are going to end up on Xbox. And so this cuts costs for them and time. They don't have to port the games. So
yeah, like I want to fast forward to this Xbox being out. A game like this gets announced and you see it on PlayStation, Nintendo Switch 2, and Steam.
What does that mean, guys? Can you crack the code?
Interesting.
I would be more concerned with the games that PlayStation's providing right now. I think that should be the issue. I think PlayStation recognizes that they can't compete with Xbox, right? So they're trying to challenge the Switch. They're trying to challenge Nintendo and see what they can gain because that's their new budget.
Agreed. Now look at what's already happening. When you see something, this is one of the comments says, if launching on Switch 2 means we get a new Killzone or Resistance, I'd be okay with that. So this is the thing. The sad part is they're not seeing that none of these games are ever going to come out unless Xbox is a part of the conversation. Unless PlayStation can launch it everywhere, none of these games are ever going to be coming back, bro. It's not happening. Like, they need to launch everywhere. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
But look at how they think, right? Oh, well, if you got to launch the games there to get what I want, then I'm okay with it, right?
Of course they are. And I mean, this is the thing. It at least, like, there's the other ones that are still fighting the situation, right? And they rather see PlayStation dead than putting their games on other platforms. So if this is, let's see if they're going to be okay with, a new Killzone being available everywhere else, though. Like, this is not the extent of it. So we'll see how they swallow that shit.
See how they swallow. I don't know what you watching, Doodle, that we're gonna be able to see them swallow.
You know how they take it.
For sure.
That shit's gonna hurt.
I mean, at that point, we might as well just bring in fucking X-Fault next $2. Reforge came over and taught me the meaning of glazing.
Oh.
Goddamn.
Okay. Well, that was really personal. Thank you for sharing. That sounds intimate.
What's up, MCell 101?
MCell, what's up, baby?
Here, brother says Xbox doesn't see Sony PlayStation as competition anymore. The ponies don't realize it. The ponies are so desperate to stay competition. You know what I'm saying? But
we're here to compete. We're here to nobody there.
Ain't nobody competing
when we starting this competition. Like, this is crazy. I mean, the fact they said they won, though. They won. So
yeah.
Man.
What's the trophy? Just so I know. What was their big gain from winning?
So
I know. Like
Indiana Jones?
Oh,
that was their win.
They gotta get Xbox games.
Yeah, Forza.
Xbox games.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. That's what we're talking about. That's their win.
No, that makes
sense
to
win.
Me. That makes sense to me. So that would be the victory. Right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I finally get. God damn! It's hard to even say.
It is. It's pathetic. What's happening is crazy.
How stupid they are.
Like, the amount of validation that they're putting out there to the Xbox games right now, it is insane.
Like, super insane.
It is. I think that they're putting more effort into that than anyone else. I feel like those are hardcore Xbox fans. That's crazy, dude. That's crazy. It's like they don't even know what's happening. They're still out there representing PlayStation, but just winning with the Xbox games. It's crazy.
Facts. Rock says the trophy.
Rock, what's up, baby?
Game wall of virginity. Oh my god. That's
oh snap! Our boys in the building. What's up, Faro? Faro says that it was on the Vita.
Oh, the everybody's golf shit. Faro, what's good, fam?
What's up?
Well, look, they already are doing what they can to put their games on other places. Look, this dude already lined up more. Local Roco, Gravity Rush, Puppeteer. So, like, I'm just saying, like, he's all for these games going to Switch. Is it really? And I just like, is it really that big of a difference if the game goes to Xbox as well?
To them, it is. To them, it is because they feel like we're looking, and it's funny because they always claim that, Xbox is third place. They don't matter. It's over. But they feel like that's where the competing is taking place, right? Because maybe they feel like the games are kind of at the same level, but they're not anymore. So they didn't get the memo.
Interesting. Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, honestly, if they gave a shit about Sony, they would be hoping that it would happen. Because look at what you have, bro. Like, honestly, think about it. If you are a PlayStation fan, like legit, and you're a pony, but you're just really a hardcore PlayStation fan, and you just love the games that PlayStation makes.
Okay. Which they're not making anymore.
But that's the point, right?
Much.
And now you're sitting there and you're just sitting there waiting for PlayStation to decide if and when they're ever going to bring any of these other games to you. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure they're waiting anymore. I think their tank has been fulfilled. I think these Xbox games are going to keep them afloat. That's all they need.
I'm talking about like real. I'm saying like
the ones that want to still see these studios produce some type of games.
The people who are not even looking at Xbox, right? The people who just said, I honestly bought my PlayStation because I'm excited for the next game from Naughty Dog, the next game from, Ben Studio and Insomniac and all these people, right? Like the purest version of a PlayStation fan that's not just buying it because it's a casual box and is not interested in the console wars. And they're just legitimately saying, man, I want another game from Sony. And they just have to watch that not happen.
Okay, noted. Now, let me ask you a question. is it smart of them to go ahead and invest that type of money on any type of game that their hardcore is going to want? The amount of they're no longer fooled by the amount of boxes that they have out there.
Dude,
I think that's the thing.
I'm
not sure that there's any amount of money that's going to come in that's going to make them say, let's go ahead and invest $300 million on a game, or 400, and see what happens, and see if we make our money back.
Agreed.
They've taken too many losses.
Agreed. I'm talking more about, like, how do you just sit here and watch this go down, like, without saying anything?
Yeah.
Nobody's saying anything to them. Nobody's saying, "Bro, where are the games? Why are you not releasing games? Why is it not happening?" Right? When you're sitting there literally with the prospect of maybe Ghost of Tsushima in this year, you're telling me that you play that game for what, a month? Let's say you play for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. And then 11 months, you don't need to game the way you want to be gaming, which is playing.
They'll be busy playing Call of Duty, right? They'll be busy playing other things that are not provided to them by PlayStation. That's why they've been disconnected from that for such a long time. That's why they were okay with all the changes that were taking place. It didn't matter to them. And seeing what they were producing, and even when Concord was just available to play and go ahead and try out, they didn't even show up just to see if they will like it. Right? So I think there's a fundamental problem there.
Yeah. I mean, this is
and I think with Xbox putting their games there, the excitement that's taking place, the amount of money that they're gonna be getting, they are getting a nice chunk of money, but this is to, like, patch up. We said before, Sony relies on PlayStation, not the other way around. So if Sony's not there to support PlayStation, and PlayStation's been bleeding out, that money that comes in, what do you think they're going to do with that? Not to mention that they've been looking for other avenues to find that support that PlayStation's no longer providing. And that's why they're moving on to anime. Anime's on a rise right now, and that's why they're investing there and hoping that that's what's going to get them through.
Agreed.
Or that's going to be their next sugar daddy.
Agreed. Let's get we got Glizz money. That $2. God damn it. X Vault, you can't have my Glizzy. I don't share. X Vault. The $2 super chat.
Oh my gosh, just a back and forth.
I don't like adobo on my Glizzy anyway. Yes.
Yes. You gotta say that right, baby.
I can't say that shit.
Yes.
What a conversation that's just happened. just above our conversation is this fucking conversation. Oh my God. That's fucking wild.
Oh man.
We got the homie G Maybe in the building.
G Maybe was good.
For being here, man. Appreciate
Thank you, love.
Says, love the point you made this morning, CMoney, on Boom Show. Sony casuals only buying 2 games a year on average. Microsoft can seize those limited purchases for themselves. Yes, agreed. And yeah, that was a point I made earlier, and that's a fucking true thing, man. We found out. I mean, listen, we knew this shit just by looking at the numbers and all that bullshit, right? We knew these motherfuckers are not buying these games, but Matt Piscatella came out and said it.
Isn't that your homie?
Well, blocked me on Twitter, but he left Twitter. He don't know that I follow him on Blue Sky. So he came out and he had made the comment that it's like only 4% of the gamers are considered core game that buy like a lot. But he also said that the other 96% of the people who are not the core gamers, they only buy between 1 and 2 games a year. So the reason why, Farrell was on the show, right, famously that day, and he brought something up to me that I just have ran with since I heard it, because it just felt like it makes so much sense, where it looked like PlayStation is shaping up to become, essentially a storefront, like a Steam, right? Where they just sell other people's games, and every once in a while they'll drop a first party game and put it out there, right? And if you are a pony, or if you're somebody who has hard time believing that PlayStation could ever fail or go down that road, that's what I was kind of talking about earlier, which is like, when you think about the fact that at the end of the day, they're going to only release 1 or 2 games a year, right? PlayStation.
Yeah.
Right. And, Xbox has gone ahead and found a way to make it where they're releasing so many games in a year on PlayStation, like more games than PlayStation first party ever releases, right? Xbox is doing this. And when you look at the numbers, right, the pre-order numbers, you're talking in the first 2 spots, you have Indiana Jones with the $99 version and the regular version. And then you got Forza right behind it, right? With the $99 version first and the regular version after.
Yeah.
If you think about the fact that casuals are only buying between 1 and 2 games a year, and you see how these games are dominating the pre-order list and they're coming out in April, is it not easy to see that for a lot of those people who are pre-ordering these games, that these are the games that they're going ahead
that they're getting this year
and getting this year?
Yeah.
Which means when Ghost of Yote comes out later in the year, it's going to be okay, that came out, cool, I'll get to it when I get to it.
Yeah.
Right? Because I already bought, maybe next year I'll buy that game. But then there'll be 5 other dope ass Xbox games that they're going to want to get, right? And then you're going to end up in that same spot. And the question is, if now people barely were showing up to buy your first party games before.
Yeah, that was their big problem.
What's going to happen now when you're really only stuck to the very core gamers who are going to buy your games when you release them, and all the other casuals are going to be picking up the Xbox games that get dropped because they're excited for them and they're big games throughout the year? They're not waiting for one time later, right? Like, you have to strike when the iron's hot, right? If somebody has cash to buy a game, every time a new game comes out and they say, I have one game to buy, they're tempted every single time.
But that's why it's going to be more and more difficult for them to even attempt to go ahead and put anything out. Where does it fit? Xbox, they're being aggressive. They're being very aggressive with what they're doing. Do you think that if PlayStation announced that they will have to release those games, or whenever they happen, as quietly as they've been doing with these, like the golf game or the other trash can that came out like a month ago or a couple of weeks ago that no one knew about? They didn't even know PlayStation made that crap. Like, that's how quietly it will have to be in order for Xbox to not have something right there on their tail.
Facts. I mean, and again, we talked about it on that very show, but like Ghost of Yote coming out, you got to imagine towards the end of the year. What if Xbox drops the new Ninja Gaiden 4 right at the same week or the same day? I'm just saying, like, this is going to be a thing where, we all talk about how Xbox put out that email and Matt Booty said, let's spend them out of business, right?
He didn't mean it, though. That was so long ago. He didn't mean it.
But guys, I'm sorry. As much as it sounds crazy,
he meant it.
When he said spend them out of business, we didn't know back then what that meant 100%. But now we understand very simply. You don't ever want PlayStation, the entity, to go out of business because you want a place to sell games, right? You want to sell your games on your spot. You want to sell it on the Switch. You want to sell it on PlayStation, right? You want to take those people.
You want to use that, yes.
The other way. But what they did mean was spend that first party out of business. Because frankly, who the fuck is look at the caliber? Remember, it's like, you have to understand, first party caliber normally hits different, right? First parties typically make games a certain way that it just hits different, right? you are witnessing Xbox supply first-party caliber games on a PlayStation, which means when PlayStation players are looking for a game that's a high-level, high-quality game, Xbox is supplying that throughout the entire year. And then you think, what, Sony's going to show up at the end of the year like, look, let's throw a party. We finally released the game.
That's
and it's
thing.
Not the game that you want because you guys want to Ghost of Tsushima 2. We decided to change it, turn them into a lady and call it Ghost of Yote.
Yeah, I think what's happening here, and it's very obvious to us, like they're not at the mercy of PlayStation anymore. Phil came to change that up, right? So now they have choices. They have, if what they're going to buy is 1 to 2 games, let's make them want to make that our games, right? Let's make them spend that money on what we're putting on that platform. And that's why, see, we were talking about this. That's why they're being so tactical with what they pick and choose. The first 4, yes, they were kind of like, let's see what's happening here. But they have to come in with known IP, things that they want, and that it's going to get them excited. I think we're seeing it play out well with Indiana Jones and Forza. So I think that they're going to need to, anything new has to make a name for itself before they're ready to go ahead and move those games.
I think so. I agree with that. T maybe says Microsoft is giving Sony players something they haven't had in a long time. Choice.
Absolutely.
Goddamn.
And I think, what's crazy to see that fight back and forth, because this is what's been happening. There's such a disconnect between, the people, the consumers that go ahead and spend the money on that box and PlayStation themselves, like with the studios, there's such a disconnect there. They're not talking to anyone. They're not requesting anything that can possibly happen or make a change other than what they're planning to feed to them. And that's just what it's been. That's how the relationship has always been. But like this, they saw that. They took a moment to kind of analyze that situation and found a way in when PlayStation is at its freaking weakest.
Agreed. The Rock says Microsoft is the video game dope man. They got what the ponies need. It's the truth. Like, kind of going hand in hand with what G maybe said, man. Right choice. They getting them what they actually want, which are games. They having choice now, and look, I'm pleasantly surprised to see how well they've taken to major first party Xbox games that are now up for pre-order and fucking making them number 1 every time they announced it, right? Like, that's phenomenal. And again, that shows that all those, and I said it earlier too, but it shows that all these voices that you see on Twitter, these make-believe dudes who are sitting there talking all this shit about Xbox and how the games are mid and blah 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 blah. As soon as we put it over there, it shows you those voices are so small. They're in such a small, tiny proportion,
a little bubble. It's funny because we've said it before, like there's like this Twitter bubble, but like it is literally just a little bubble where you hear people kicking and screaming because they have no other place to like be paid attention to, and that's how they try to get it.
Exactly. So they do all that shit, and it's like you're not even real, dog. Like, sadly, look at it's going directly against what you said. Look at how many people lining up. If Indiana Jones was as mid as they claimed it was, why are all the PlayStation owners lining up for that $99 version?
That's crazy.
Not the this is the thing. I tell you right now, if Grand Theft Auto comes out at $100, blame PlayStation. Blame them. Those motherfuckers, they buy any $99, bought. Give me. I want it. They could easily just spend 60 or 70 and get the games 3 days later. But they want that fucking early access to an old ass game. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like you waited this long. You can't wait 3 more days. Nah, dog. I need to get that 99.
Listen, it's new to them, and they don't want to waste another minute, right? They don't want to waste another minute. It's just it's crazy the games that they talk so much crap about that they're embracing so much, right? Like it's such a big deal to have these games available to them. Some games are bigger than the platform.
I mean, that's the truth. That's the truth. Look, at the end of the day, they're gonna keep funding us, man, and it's great. But getting back to this whole scenario, though, all these things that we're talking about are the reason why this scenario where they're putting games elsewhere is going to be the norm. We're going to see more and more of this happening. It's clear they're targeting the Switch as their kind of escape from
their new audience. Their new audience. They need to find their audience. It's not the people buying their box. It's not them. And I think even the people buying the box need to realize and say, okay, well, this is not where I'm supposed to be. This is a bunch of fluff for PlayStation, right? They drank the Kool-Aid. They thought that, oh, look at the amount of boxes that are being sold. What does this mean? This means that these people want these games that we're going to go ahead and put out. And that was a lie.
Agreed. All right. Let's move on. Let me
That's the ponies shit too.
Oh. Truth bombs from Doodle. All right. Let me go ahead.
Oh.
And get this. By the
G
way,
maybe has a question.
Oh, okay. Well, real quick. Did you see that new handheld from back home?
I glanced, yes.
I got it.
I didn't get in there.
This guy right here?
Yes.
I had to buy it.
Of course you did. I didn't put it.
I saw that shit pop. I was like, bro.
Fucking
Xbox handheld, even though it's just gonna be my phone in the middle. Done. Say less.
Say less. Take my money.
Dunzo. Yeah, I had to make that happen.
Good.
It's too good to be true. All right, let me get the other. All right, what was the question that you said he had while I'm
hold on.
searching for this?
This is gonna need more focus. This is I don't know if this is gonna tie in with your next topic.
That's okay. Even if we're gonna talk,
maybe what's good, love? G maybe he wants to know, do you think Tencent could help Sony the way they've helped Ubisoft?
No.
I mean, if Sony actually had a plan to improve, man, I don't think anyone can help. I don't think anyone should try to help PlayStation right now. I think that's the problem. I think the problem is that PlayStation doesn't even know what they're doing, right? Themselves. Like literally just months ago or last summer, they were trying to buy Paramount and just go all in with everything they had. I mean, it's too much.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a waste of time and energy to go ahead and try to, and a waste of money, man. Like, it's, when they tell you, like, if you're going to lend money to a friend, just don't assume that you're going to get it back. Like, the money's gone. Anybody who's going to go ahead and play and help PlayStation with funds, like, just assume that money does not exist anymore. Like, you've parted ways. You have to be okay parting ways with that money. They don't even know what to do with their own money, dude. They don't.
Agreed. Yeah, ultimately, that's the biggest problem with this whole idea is that there is, like, giving PlayStation money is not going to save them because they don't know who their audience is. They have no idea. They fostered an audience of one type of player and then a massive amount of casual players that have no interest in what they're making. The problem with being the popular box is that people buy the box without having a legitimate reason for doing so. That's why Xbox fans are a whole different breed, because we choose Xbox. Xbox is a choice that we made because of what they offer, right? Because of the benefits, not because we said, oh, we just need a box. No, we bought it because we want to play Xbox. Those are the people.
It's not because, you know, Timmy's playing on PlayStation, so we want to play with Timmy. And when Timmy stops playing, then we don't care about the box. You know what I'm saying? It's not a, you know, this is what everybody has at school, so I ended up getting it anyways. And then it's like, F it, I'm not really interested. Or this is just what came after Nintendo, right? So I went ahead and snatched it up, and that's what I'm used to. Like, anyone who went ahead and looked into Xbox went to buy an Xbox because that's what they wanted. And they wanted those games rather than a default situation.
Facts. So when you're out here and you realize that Sony has a very small core audience, like very, very small core audience, and the other ones are just completely casual, they don't care about what PlayStation's making. They don't. And the reason being is because they expect them to pay for it, right? They expect them to pay for it. There's a very big difference between what Xbox is doing and what PlayStation is doing. Xbox has all these games, and I can tell you right now, they would be in a similar boat as PlayStation, where it's like, okay, yeah, you're making these games, but I don't know which one I want to get. I don't know if everyone's for me, but they have Game Pass. And Game Pass is the beast that they feed. And the Game Pass is the thing that makes the casual people who own Game Pass say, fuck it, let me try these other games, right? Because they're coming out. So Xbox is just releasing shit, and shit is getting played by a large amount of people. Even like shitty games, they don't do shitty games anymore, but like before, even like a Hi-Fi Rush that had like 3 million people who play that shit, right? Understand, there's nothing free in the world, right? So even though we're getting it for, free 99 because we already have that subscription, people had to have that subscription, right?
Mm-hmm.
People have to keep that subscription, which means whoever played it had already invested money. But like, that's a big deal. When you look at these people on these other consoles and they're barely getting to 1 million with 75
That's what's crazy. You said 3 million, right? And it's like, you think of PlayStation and their game of the year, so 1.5. Like, what the hell does that even mean? That's the problem, though. Like, as much as people want to get caught up with the recognition, like, the point is to get these players engaged and to make them want to play these games. It's not to see how they can appease and have the support of, as much as it'll be great to have it. If you don't, it's like, fuck it, the games will speak for themselves. The support of the freaking media and the awards, at the end of the day, what's it doing for PlayStation? It's not doing much anymore. It's not doing much anymore.
Yeah,
it's crazy. We were talking about what their plan was, right? And when they said, and you talked about this before, but when Matt Booty said let's spend them out of business, you also went ahead and you're like, okay, so they mean let's go ahead and buy things that PlayStation is not going to be able to keep up with. But like, as they progress, and this is why it's so exciting moving forward and seeing what else, we're talking right now about Steam, right? And the next box. But I feel like this plan has so many layers to it. I feel like it's not over, dude. Like, they're thinking way ahead.
Agreed 100%. All right, let's move on to the next topic. See? Yes.
See.
Okay. All right. So, okay, let's bring it up. So next topic is Ubisoft. That's right. Ubisoft is forming a new subsidiary company in partnership with Tencent. The subsidiary is valued at approximately $4.3 billion, and includes IPs like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. Tencent is investing a 25% stake in the company. So they get 25, and then Ubisoft has the rest, right? So there is a link. So let's see. Pretty sure. Let's see what it is here. All right. So this is the official link as to what's going on. So Ubisoft Entertainment SA, the French video game company, announced on Thursday that it is forming a subsidiary with an enterprise value of approximately $4 billion or $4.3 billion. This new entity will include popular game franchises such as Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. Chinese multinational conglomerate Tencent Holdings Limited is set to invest 1.16 billion euros for a 25% stake in this newly formed subsidiary. In exchange for a royalty, the new entity will hold licenses for the intellectual property of the games. So, well, let's read it and then we'll give what we think about it. So Ubisoft, established by the Guillemot family in France, has been actively seeking new investors for its video game properties. The value of this new unit exceeds the current enterprise value of Ubisoft, indicating a significant milestone for the company. Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot shared his enthusiasm about this development, stating, "Today, Ubisoft is opening a new chapter in its history. This is a foundational step in changing Ubisoft's operating model that will enable us to be both agile and ambitious. This new subsidiary will not include the teams." Listen to this shit right here. The new subsidiary will not. Oh, wait. Okay, no, I read that wrong. Shit. Will not only include the teams working on the mentioned titles, but will also manage the back catalog and any forthcoming games under development. This strategic move by Ubisoft and Tencent's investment marks a significant moment in the gaming industry. This article was generated with the support of AI and reviewed by an editor. Wow. Okay. Now,
man,
this is what we were kind of talking about, right? Where we said they had important IP that were important that people like, and then they had a bunch of other shit that people didn't really care about.
Yeah.
And they have like 50 million people working on all these games at any given moment. And now they're breaking off. They're literally separating from the original Ubisoft. They're taking the teams that were working on Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, all the important teams are here. And then what's left at Ubisoft?
I mean, what I'm hearing is the rest can sink. That's what I'm hearing. And listen, when you are in a situation, and yes, I guess as amazing as it is to have that type of protection when you are employed, right? That's awesome. But an entire freaking company is going to be taken down because you can't just freely let people go, right? So they're finding this is their way around it. You invest, let's go ahead and pluck out the ones that matter, and everything else, unfortunately, is going to have to just sink. There's no way to support the amount of employees that they have. It's quite ridiculous, the amount of people that they have in there. And so obviously the investment is not to support all those other branches, is to very specifically support what's in the contract, right? What we're seeing here. So
agreed.
It's not here. And that's the problem. And that was my issue with anyone coming in and just saying, here, take this money. I'm going to invest, figure it out. It had to be extremely specific because they're just going to drain out that money that comes in. Now, what risk are we looking at? Yes, Assassin's Creed. How many have they updated? The first time we saw it was before
2 million.
Before 24 hours, and they were at 1 million players.
Then in 48 hours, they got to 2 million.
Okay, so they haven't said anything since. And my take on that, it's also as beautiful as that sounds and great. A lot of money was spent on that particular game, right? A lot of money went into it, and they're saying players, not copies sold, right? Obviously, they have Ubisoft Plus, and they have that revenue, but what they're hoping to see is new people signing up for Ubisoft Plus because of Assassin's Creed, or those sales, right? That's what needs to kick in. obviously it was enough whatever happened with Assassin's Creed for someone, like, obviously for them to come in and invest and have something that it's going to potentially change the course of what's going to happen to Ubisoft. But again, we still
Bell's
have
Bear said 3 million. 3 million now.
3 million players.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
you,
just
Bell's Bear.
announced.
So again, that's great, right? It's the numbers continue to rise. So hopefully that's the direction that it continues to hit, right? Even if it's gradually. But the thing is, again, they have their own subscription. The games, how are they going to go ahead and do moving forward? A lot of these games may not be hidden the way, obviously, with everything that's been happening, hidden the way that they would want them to. And I know I bring it up, but this is the thing. Xbox is making a lot of games. Yes, Assassin's Creed had a moment, but I don't know if, had it released next to something that Xbox could have put out and it just went head to head, that it would have had this time to kind of like settle in. So I just think that down the line, there's just going to be that much more competition. And hopefully, Ubisoft can figure it out, but it's going to take a lot of tactic to go ahead and stay afloat and to keep on. Because you brought up CMoney. Yes, they have a lot of things that were great, a lot of it once upon a time. And I think sometimes to go ahead and make something like that relevant again, because the players that used to love these games, sometimes it's very nostalgic, and they've moved on so far with how the technology has improved and how many games have been put out, that it's like it won't hit the same. And then the newcomers don't know the legacy behind it. So it's just an interesting situation to be in.
For sure.
So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. But this is a positive thing for them, obviously, to get. So they're saving
it's
grace,
positive. It's
right?
also kind of like shisty, right? It's kind of like, all right, because this little company is actually more valuable than them, right? More valuable than Ubisoft.
Yes.
Because it's taking all the IP that's valuable, but it's getting rid of all the bloat.
Yes.
They don't have any,
which is their problem.
Big companies. Yeah. So the thing is that this says here that they hold the licenses for the intellectual property of the game. I wonder if that also means that they're going to start licensing out these IPs to other people. And it's not just Ubisoft who'll be making these games.
So that's what I'm wondering. What I'm wondering is, okay, so are they saying that if this is not enough for you to figure it out, the IP now stays with us and we license that IP? Like, that's one risky deal to make, because that's the way I heard it. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the situation. Maybe it just sounds that way, but it seems as if we're investing this much, but if you can't figure it out, we're going to get our money in one way or another. So that IP belongs to us, and we're going to go out there and figure out who can go ahead and deliver this and make it, and it'll be our thing now, right? Which is really, really risky, and it shows how desperate Ubisoft really is right now.
Yeah.
To go ahead and take a deal that implies that, or that's exactly what could be taking place here.
So there is more, right? So that was there. Now, again, you start thinking, okay, well, what happened to everybody else, right? They elevated off the old Ubisoft. They have this new shit. What's going on with the old one? So there was an email that was sent. So Tom Henderson got it and says, in a follow-up email, Marie-Sophie de Wilbert, Chief Studios and Portfolio Officer, said, hello, everyone. This is to employees. I wanted to follow up immediately with all of you in Montreal, Quebec City, Sherbrooke, Saguenay, Barcelona, and Sofia after Eve's email regarding the new business unit that is being created.
What a way to find out.
I know, exactly. Like, they didn't even fucking know. First and foremost, I want to emphasize that the agreement we announced is a powerful enabler and an exciting opportunity for Ubisoft. It will help us accelerate our evolution and improve how we make games with greater focus and agility. Tencent's investment is a strong testament to their trust in our ability to grow Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. Three IP, huh?
The only ones with value that they see value in,
and this leads credence to the idea that they're selling off the other ones,
everything else,
right? So
they should, though.
I wonder if it's like they're selling the studio with the IP. Maybe that's what they're doing. Like, instead of just firing everybody, it's kind of like hey, we're selling this IP. You get the studio that makes it. I don't know. It's possible.
Unless you can, this is the issue that I would personally have. Unless I can clean the house and like it'll be, because this is something that's already like built, right? And obviously it wasn't built in the strongest way. If not, they wouldn't be in the situation that they're in right now. I will have to come in and it will have to be my own terms. I will clean the house and do whatever I have to do moving forward.
So yes, you could do what you want. I think the only benefit is that understanding that these games aren't necessarily bad. They were just unable to succeed under the pressure of Ubisoft's fucking weight. But if you take if Microsoft were to take the team that makes The Division, which is a phenomenal series, if they bought that game and this team came with them, and they smoothed out the rough edges, got rid of dead weight or whatever, and amplified it and added more people or whatever the case is, they can have a fantastic franchise.
Agreed.
That they are able to use. So it's not like to be clear, Ubisoft's games have not been bad.
Yeah.
None of these smaller studios for the most part have come up with like trash games. It's just they're not like popular enough for Ubisoft.
I would say not. Yeah, they're not catered to enough. Right,
and because they can't fire people, right? We learned that, right?
That's the thing. So that's why I said what I said, right? If someone else steps in, are they in the same lockdown?
Well, but the point, you wouldn't. If they stepped in, they wouldn't feel the same necessity to fire them. See, Ubisoft had. So this is what I'm seeing that Ubisoft is doing. Ubisoft is trying to position themselves like an Activision before they got bought. They want to have a few key IP that they iterate on and sell and keep going, right? Keep making those games, maybe license stuff out. That'll be a unique thing, but they can. But they're trying to make it where they're just taking their cream of the crop, and that's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Right? Not Ubisoft, the one that we remember that made all these different games and all these different genres, because that industry has changed to the point where those games are not viable for somebody like them. Even in their subscription service, their subscription service did not take off in a major way.
Yeah.
Right? It's not GamePass, right? So for them, having those little games to fill out their subscription is not worth it because they're not getting that many people on their subscription, right? But those little games, if they were in GamePass, would be huge, like big differences, right? So I think that's kind of where they're going. But let's read the rest of this because then we'll lose this whole email, and then we can kind of hop right back into it. Okay, so we did okay. So this is a direct. So all right, I'll start from here. Tencent's investment is a strong testament to their trust in our ability to grow Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six. This is a direct result of the incredible work you've done in making these franchises iconic as a lead or major co-dev studio. What a slap to the face. Like, this is all because of you. You didn't come up here. We're leaving you behind.
Which means
it's all because of you.
Not good enough.
Exactly.
Not good enough.
I also want to be clear. If you're not currently working on these brands, it doesn't mean your work matters any less. This agreement will benefit all of Ubisoft, giving us the means to spark more innovation and creativity across the board.
It's going to benefit Ubisoft. It's not going to benefit all of Ubisoft. This is one of the bull craps that they put out there to try to make people feel safe when they're not.
By definition, they're literally going to be
keeping what
less.
matters.
They're going to be investing less in the old Ubisoft. which means if you're working on one of those games, your shit is about to come to a close pretty soon, or you're fucking praying that you get bought, right? But they continue. This agreement will benefit all of Ubisoft, giving us the means to spark more innovation and creativity across the board. This marks the beginning of a new chapter, and you play a role in shaping it. In the coming weeks and months, we will work hard to build the best organization possible for Ubisoft, for our teams, and for our players. Of course, this brings some uncertainty and questions. Right now, we may not have all the detailed answers. It's simple. Hey, are you going to fire us? Are you going to get rid of our jobs? Are you going to do that? We don't have the answers. Got it. But we are committed to communicating with you transparently and regularly.
Just like this. This sounds like the whole Bungie mess.
Yeah.
This is messy. These people are not safe in any way. This is just, if you're not on the freaking once they grabbed, listen.
Yeah, it's done.
It's over
for sure.
Better know how to swim.
Oh my god, no bueno for them. All right, supporting you through this transition is the top priority for your local and your global leadership teams. Don't hesitate to reach out to them and stay tuned locally. Usual or dedicated studio times will be also good forums to keep you updated and answer your questions. Bro, that sounds like I don't give a fuck about y'all no more.
Yeah.
Dunzo.
It's over. We found a way to save ourselves. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
I mean, look, at the end of the day,
they needed to figure something out.
They had to. They were going to go away, right? So I do agree with the fact that this is, survival of the fittest, right? They have to make the moves that make sense.
Yeah.
Right. So if they went ahead and they got this new entity, they cut all the baggage. They're just taking all their studios that mattered to them over to this new entity. Got Tencent money. You're focusing on taking these brands further. We already know Assassin's Creed, they're all in. There's like 3 more games that are still waiting to come out in the Assassin's Creed, lineage, right? So it's a matter of them now implementing that and making it something that is successful. If you just take a big problem, cut it and slice it, and you're still looking at the whole thing as a whole, you're still in the same problem.
It's the same problem.
So
they
have to be taking this part out to do its own thing. And then this shit left behind is going to sort itself out, right? They're going to fire shit. They're going to close shit. They're going to cancel shit or sell shit.
Yep. As they should. You have to go ahead and figure it out. If they can't let people go, right? You can't trim things. You can't focus necessarily on anything. There's so much on the table that you're not even using. They need to focus on what matters and then try to, maybe the reason why they also may want to go ahead and have other people work on these games like this IP is because they do need to, if they want to make Ubisoft Plus something relevant, they need to be more consistent with what goes in there. And they need a quick turnaround where it's kind of picking up a GamePass momentum, obviously not to that level, but they need to put more in there and keep people in it rather than, I'll sign up for a month or 2 and play just the last 2-3 games that released and then I'm done. But this is all things that they need to kind of look at, and they do have to go ahead and take a different route. What they were doing wasn't working. So more money's not going to fix anything if they don't have the right plan. And I can only assume based on the fact that they did pull certain IPs that they're going to be focusing on and this is what they're doing, that conversation was already had in a way that they made Tencent feel comfortable enough to invest.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, I think we're gonna have an interesting kind of turn of events when we see things play out. I think the more exciting thing for me, though, from all of this is Ubisoft's leaving a lot of IPs on the table, right? They're leaving a lot of their IP down in the side, and it's like, what does Microsoft possibly want to scoop up? Right? Tom Clancy, it looks like they're only doing Rainbow Six, right? They're not taking the Division, Splinter Cell, which has been rumored to be in development and should be almost coming out, relatively speaking, right? So it's like, is Microsoft going to scoop that up? I know other people were looking to scoop things up, but I would say, even like Ghost Recon.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I would have thought that would be. But let me ask you a question. What if they're making separate deals with separate, like bundles, right? What if they're making bundles? Like you can come in and now we have, let's say if Xbox is interested, what are you interested in? Let's bundle up together what you're bringing to the table, and that's going to be its own thing, kind of like how they did this right now. Who's to say that they're not just bundling up what they're interested in investing in? I mean, that would be a way to keep all of their IP together and it be their own thing. And for the investors to actually have their money be in focus with what they feel benefits them. So like, let's say if they're working with Microsoft and they're like, okay, we're going to invest and we want Ghost Recon and that, like just a little bundle, right? But we want those games in Game Pass. Right? Obviously, those are not going to go into.
It will be theirs.
Yes, it will be theirs, but like I don't know how that will play out with Ubisoft Plus. I mean, it's two separate situations, but I think the value would be.
Well, you're saying if Xbox buys those IP,
if they invest, like what if they did the same thing?
I don't think anybody's going to invest in the old. The old is fucked. Like the old is. I mean, is bloated. The whole point, that's why they're Ubisoft is leaving that shit behind. So if Ubisoft is leaving it behind, then it's just about what's left there and what's going to happen with it. The only thing that I could see happening with it is, they'll finish up whatever games they're working on. But we already heard that people are looking to buy, right? To buy these IPs from them. They're clearly showing that those IPs don't matter. It clearly shows that those IP are not Ubisoft's future, right? So, it's going to be whether or not, these other entities come out here and do it. And there's a lot of shit. Just Dance, which is huge. I would have thought
but that's Just what Dance would have went up there. But see, that's where the mentality comes in, right? If you bundle up instead of if you're Ubisoft and you don't want to get rid of, you just want investors to come in and kind of say, okay, well, let's go in on these games, right? This is what we're supporting. I feel like that's a way to go ahead and address the issue as well.
I think anything Ubisoft, like, I don't think anybody wants anything to do with Ubisoft outside of this new one. So it's like, I'm going to take my shit and I'm going to go. Like Microsoft, it would make sense for Microsoft to do a deal. Microsoft, it'll only work if they're going to own that bitch to put it in the Game Pass.
And you think that they should take the studios?
I think that's the only way. I think if you can't take the Division and have a bunch of people who never worked on the Division, just make a new Division. It's
Just Dance would be dope on Xbox. They need to bring the Kinect back.
If they had the Kinect,
that would be crazy.
That would be fire. I feel like Nintendo should buy Just Dance, right? Like it's the most popular one there.
Yeah,
I think they still release that bitch on like the Wii.
They do. They do though.
So I think that ultimately that is probably the best place for that IP. But ultimately, like,
but it all depends though. Like they also have to go ahead and it's a lot of licensing with the songs and everything that goes into it. It's not that plain and simple. So it's not like, oh, okay, we have the characters and this is just something that we're just gonna make. You also have to license the songs and choreography, all that crap that goes into that. It's its own thing.
Agreed. I mean, it's definitely an expensive game, and maybe what we're seeing is less and less people on the Wii and the Wii U are buying, and maybe people on the newer consoles are just not engaging in the same way.
Yeah,
maybe the Switch is not getting that same pickup, so maybe they're looking at that game and they're like, okay, well, it was fun while it lasted.
They had quite a few. They had the Zumba game, right? They don't make that one anymore.
Well, that wasn't.
They had no, not Ubisoft. I'm just saying, like, these games kind of had like their time when they were really,
well, things with like motion control and shit like that. They became popular with it, but then it was like, you know, it's better for like a Oculus or something like that now at this point. But yeah, look, the IP that they have, there's definitely like Prince of Persia that's still out there. You know, there's a lot of IP that makes sense.
It's wild because we did see that last one, right? That they went ahead and released. It didn't take.
No, critically, people loved it, but none of that stuff lasts.
But this is what I say. It doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't necessarily mean that your game is going to do well.
Agreed. Watch Dogs as well is another IP that like I feel like Xbox could come out of this with a lot of fun pickups. You know what I'm saying?
They could.
It's like shopping at Temu. You know what I'm saying? Just buy a bunch of bootleg shit on the cheap. See what happens.
See what shows up.
See what shows up.
I mean, I don't necessarily think that they're like our conversation with Just Dance. Again, it has to be under certain circumstances, but like, you know, I don't feel like they're in any type of lose situation. I feel like anything for them, as long as you shocked, right? You are, you say shocking them, but like I feel like it's not an L in any way. I think if Phil or the team decides to go ahead and pick any of that up and it ends up in Game Pass, I think it'll be a big deal.
Agreed 100%. All right, let's get
this can also be one of those situations where people are asking for games that they're not planning to invest in or buy.
Facts,
man.
You know what, since we were talking about this though, let's officially just cover it real quick.
Like, and by the way, chat, if you guys feel like there's a particular studio that like Xbox should scoop up, throw it in the chat.
Facts.
Jesse B says, yeah, they were still making Just Dance for the Wii. Yeah, it was still going.
So let's cover this officially since it came out. We have the homie, we have a Assassin's Creed Shadow in here. And we do have an update on the official numbers. So Assassin's Creed Shadows has over 3 million players. This was announced by Assassin's Creed. Second highest day one sales revenue in Assassin's Creed franchise history. Biggest Ubisoft day one ever on PlayStation Digital Store. Best community ever with over 40 million hours already played. That's a lot.
So, by the way, again, so right now they're talking revenue, right? Second highest day one. But they're also bringing up the PlayStation Digital Store. PlayStation is popping when it comes to all these third parties showing up on their platform. Man.
Facts.
That's cool. That's cool.
It is. I mean, look, and we had a big conversation leading up to this of what Assassin's Creed can do. And, you know, I think in a weird way, this success did save them, because I think this game doing so well so quickly led to this being the kind of getting the evaluation they wanted, right? For it to be, for them to do this right at the cusp of or not the cusp because they just released it, but just right after releasing Assassin's Creed and having this, you know, positive outlook to something that was, for the most part, it was looking like the world was going to shit on this game.
Yeah.
It was.
And imagine the pitch, though. This is having to delay this game twice, and the controversy behind it, and look at how it's being received. This is validation of what they can go ahead and do. Again, the pitch said, like, imagine if this wasn't taking place, right? And we had the resources to, because they can also pin it on, overlooks, because they were trying to get this game out there with, with the issues that they were under, right? The pressure that they were under. So they can pin it on that, and it kind of, you can sell it that way.
Agreed. Yeah, I think this was a big boost for them to be able to come out here, say this, and be like, yo, Tencent, title's got to go up, fam. You know what I'm saying? Assassin's Creed is worth a lot more. Let's go ahead and get it. And I mean, clearly this is what it is. I mean, look, Ubisoft is going to live to see another day off the backs of the success of AC Shadows right now.
Yeah.
Because they succeeded enough to justify that type of valuation. If this game tanked, there's no way they would be able to be like, oh yeah, the evaluation is that high. The evaluation
will be shutting doors
is the highest because of Assassin's Creed.
Seriously.
Far Cry, the other game, Rainbow Six, they're not in the same ballpark as Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is massive in comparison. So yeah, I think this is great news. We definitely we were wondering how this would shake out. We said it like leading up to it. I told you guys, if they don't announce it on the first day, then it wasn't as big of a success as they want it to be. If they don't announce it in the first few days, it's not a big, and you know what I'm saying? But like, they keep announcing it, right? So that shows that they are happy with where the trajectory is, like where they think this is going to keep going. And in the long haul, I think this is going to be a very successful Assassin's Creed. Very well done. And
I agree. They also need to make sure that they are hand in hand hyping up the situation. It needs the hype. They needed to come in as soon as that, 1 million hit, because they did need to show, look, we haven't even hit 24 hours. So instead of waiting around and seeing what it's going to do in 24 hours, just strike right away. Make sure all eyes are on this situation. Fake it till you make it, right?
Fake it till you make it.
They were in that situation.
They were. Actually, we as a tangent before we switch our topic.
Okay.
Baby, I want you to hear this.
Yes.
Okay. I found this
what you got for me?
Person, Nick Tech.
Okay.
On Twitter. And he does these dope ass Twitter threads where he'll take a game and he'll say like, that he's loving the game, whatever. And like, these are like 10 of the coolest things that he found or whatever. And he'll do a nice thread showing you like cool shit. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But he just posted, yesterday he posted this, but this is the test. We were talking about English dubs versus,
oh my gosh,
other dubs.
Not this again.
He did it. He put it together back to back, 2 scenes, English and dubbed. All right. So this guy,
my gosh.
Tech, he's pretty dope.
All right, let's go.
Twitter. So if you haven't,
shout out to Nick Tech.
Official. So all right, you ready?
Yes.
He put them both back to back. Okay, English versus Japanese.
Okay.
Dubs. Okay, let me go like this. All right, ready? It's time. It's time to hear it. The truth.
The box. Tell me where to find the box.
Box? What box? You speak madness.
Then why serve the Shimbakufu?
They promised my uncle vast wealth and his power.
They?
さあ、箱のありかを申せ。
箱？何の話じゃ、この知れ者め。
ならば何故百鬼衆に。
奴らは誓ったのだ。星5に莫大な富と限りなき力を与えると。
奴ら。
The box. Tell me where to find the box.
Way better in English.
Box? What box?
In Japan,
the voice acting is, it's rough.
Yeah, but it's rough.
But I can understand what they're saying.
You can understand what they're saying, and the voices sound unique. They might be rough, but they sound different. As soon as it switches, bro, he sounds like every Japanese deep voice person that we've ever heard.
That's because we can't understand
Exactly.
it. So yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to us, it's the same.
I'll take the English version, says E-Ranks. Yeah.
Right?
The box.
I want to hear.
Tell
What do
me
you
where
guys
to
think?
find the box.
What do you guys think
Box?
in the chat
What
right
box? You speak madness.
now? I'm saying, I think
And why
it's,
serve the Shimbakufu?
They promised
I think it works.
my uncle
In
vast
English.
wealth and his power.
They?
さあ、箱のありかを申せ。
箱
If I want to read, I'll get a book.
ならば
Exactly.
何故百鬼衆に。
Oh my god. It's the truth though. You know what I'm saying?
I can't understand it.
No matter how you cut it, it can never be better than understanding the words. It can't. It just can't be. All right. Let me grab this. All right, here we go.
How does this always come back?
It's not my fault.
Of course not.
All right. So let me get this chapter here. Wait, what was that chapter? Oh.
Oh my gosh. What was that chapter? Like, you're going to use these chapters, bro.
Listen, they do get used. Very important business.
E-Rank says, you know what's the best part of what the best part of the English was? No reading. There you go.
Exactly. Oh, thank you. I
said it in both ways, you guys. Well, you can understand it and you can't. There you go.
Perfect.
You're welcome.
Amazing. Amazing. All right. Let me let's go here.
Fuck was that?
Okay.
Oh.
Next chapter.
Yes.
All about the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate going ahead and having the benefits for it. And again, this is where the Call of Duty shows up, right? And that's really, I mean, obviously they've had benefits on other things, but Call of Duty is really the one that it's like, oh shit, hold on. Call of Duty was supposed to have equal, right? Or at least that was the pitch. But obviously, Phil and the team said, fuck all that noise, right? We got ours. We're going to take them for what they're worth now. But let's see. So introducing more in-game benefits for free-to-play games with Game Pass. Starting this week, we're rolling out even more value to Game Pass Ultimate and PC Game Pass members with in-game benefits for free-to-play games. Members will get items like cosmetics, characters, in-game currency, and more for additional games, including Heroes of Storm, Naraka Blade Point, Smite 2 in the finals. Plus, we're adding even more benefits starting in April 2025, like Call of Duty, Warzone, and Enlisted. With seasonal content drops, members always have new benefits to look forward to.
Damn. Okay.
I
Talk about dropping the hammer.
I think they're very well aware that they added that Call of Duty. They're like, oh yeah, by the way, we're also dropping Call of Duty Warzone with exclusive shit.
Man.
Look, there's obviously a lot of information in here of all the different games and the different stuff that we're getting. So if you're on Xbox and you have Game Pass, you're getting a whole bunch of shit, which is very dope, very cool. Especially, you know, what a smart way to we kind of talked about this back beforehand. It's like, well, for those people who just play those free-to-play games, why have Game Pass?
Exactly.
Well, now all of a sudden, if you start doing this where you're allowing people to get, I mean, look, you're getting money like in the finals, right? You're getting a striker grid set. you're getting a full outfit, 3 weapon skins, a charm, 25% boost match, and 500 multi-bucks. Bro, like that costs money. You know what I'm saying? Like that costs a lot of money to get those types of things.
Yep.
And honestly, people being able to say in my subscription, I get new shit all the time. I don't need to worry about going to buy a new skin because next month I'll get a new one.
Yeah, they have to. It's genius for them to find a way to incorporate a want for their platform with the free-to-play games.
Agreed.
Like 100%. They need to figure something out with like Fortnite as well.
Yeah, I mean that would be the next frontier, right? Like that would be the next step. There is a quick video on it. Let's take a look and see what they're pimping out.
A dope ass trailer.
That's pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah, so I'll just leave that while we're talking. So I mean, obviously getting in with Game Pass Ultimate, going ahead and having it where you now give people who don't necessarily care to play all these other games a reason to be subscribed. And you got to imagine that you're giving them more value than the $20 in the month that they're
that they would invest. Yeah.
Right. Because as far as like, I know in Call of Duty, if you're getting like a skin and some others, like if you're getting some other shit, bro,
it adds up.
Your money worth.
Yeah.
You're getting your money's worth for real. But yeah, man. I mean, I thought that this was a pretty cool thing to look at because again, aside from this, Call of Duty's involved in this, right?
Absolutely.
So if Call of Duty is now part of this, I would have thought that they would have put it in the commercial, but maybe this is them trying to keep it on the low.
On the low, on the hush hush.
So like, listen,
it's just a side.
We're okay
thing.
going back on our word on this Call of Duty joint, but we don't want to promote it like that, right?
Listen, we saw they have they did the controller, the Elite. They went ahead and have the hoodie and the joggers. Like they are finding ways around to make it feel exclusive in some way or another. Yeah, they have to go ahead and like have some really dope skins, something you don't kind of want to miss out on.
Yeah,
nice and tempting. Make you feel like you're out of the club when you're not a part of it,
So do you feel like this is them, basically, do you think this was part of the plan all along? Or do you think like enough time has passed and they're like, all right, we can now start flexing this Call of Duty muscle and start using it for our other shit? Somebody earlier made a good point that maybe the stuff that you get in Game Pass on Call of Duty is still available for others to purchase, which would make it, make that a nice little loophole.
Yeah.
But
I mean, okay, so a lot of people do bring up the fact that if that's all they're going to play and they're going to, just play Call of Duty and buy one other game, it doesn't make sense for them to go ahead and have Game Pass, right? So I'm not sure that this is something that they thought of right from the get-go, but I do think that this is something you kind of gradually end up doing, right? Because you are going ahead and you have a team thinking of what else can we do? How can we go ahead and what can we get away with that can lure people in? This is a lot of focus on Game Pass. I love that they're doing that. And just, man, I'm excited to see what it is, right? What exactly, because this is what is going to make people want to say, okay, well, I got to do it. I can't miss out. But yeah, I hear that a lot. And if you go ahead and put something like this on the table, because if you are just getting one or two games a year and one of those games is Call of Duty, then you're kind of like all in, right? So this is not something you take lightly. So you may not want to miss out on whatever they have in Game Pass that could be available to you.
Agreed. I mean, I think that's like the goal, right? Like you want to make it where your service appeals to more people, right? And Call of Duty, we know, is obviously that, like, that's the one of the biggest, ones
Agreed.
out there. So I think that's going to be a
big deal. And I think this is just a starting point, right?
Facts.
I think this is just a starting point.
Well,
I think that they're going to have,
like with what was it, Valorant?
That's exactly where my mind went.
The characters in there. Same thing with like League of Legends and all that shit, but those are on PC. But I think they started there where they're like, okay, let's give content for these big games. And honestly, we know for a fact that free-to-play games are the biggest games in the world.
Yep.
Like that's just what it is. So Xbox is now going ahead and giving exclusive content for these, for these massive games.
Yeah.
And that's going to appeal, right? That's going to make people say, oh shit, like I can go ahead and have a $20 subscription and get access to all these things, right? Like there's a lot of overlap too in some of these games where you might be playing Overwatch, then go play Valorant, then go play finals, right? Like I know Demo plays a lot of these games, right? Like he goes and he swaps back and forth and playing these games, right? So you go ahead and you look at that. If you're a subscriber to Game Pass Ultimate, and all of a sudden you go from one of these games to another, and you got unlocked there, you got unlocks here, you got unlocks there, dude, you're fucking killing it with your $20 subscription,
for the people that you already have in there. It's like that play these games. That's a nice freaking boost, right? And that's what I'm saying. Throwing Fortnite next time as well, because like this is the thing for them to go ahead and find a way to incorporate these and give value through Game Pass to these free to play games. That's a huge deal. See, like that's a big freaking deal. So I just think that this is just them stepping into that. And we know that they've done it before, but this is another step, right? This is another level of it. So I just think this is not where it's going to end.
No, and I don't think they should, especially when you think of how they brought in, Call of Duty with this, right? Like I think like they just mentioned Warzone here, but I think there was talk about Black Ops 6 also getting some shit, no? Or was that maybe no, maybe I'm conflating the fact that the new season got announced. So Warzone is getting the exclusive stuff, but that's just like step one, right? Kind of like what you brought up. Imagine next you get exclusive fucking skins through Game Pass for just the regular multiplayer portion of these games.
That's what I think. I don't think they're going to stop. They're just easing the situation. They're taking gradual steps so it's not see how people react. So it's not, but then they're going to try to make it irresistible, right? Like you can't kind of pass it up. So that'd be pretty dope. We've always, they have Call of Duty and we've always looked at that list and said, this is what they're aiming for, right? So this is, their way of kind of getting into those free-to-play games that people are so addicted to and becoming a part of it.
Agreed. I think this is going to be a big thing. Basically, remember, there's levels to all this shit, guys. Like we look at Game Pass one way, and they already have us locked in, right?
It's so just how do you get extra. Everybody else?
How do you go to those other people? And like at the end of the day, like those people, if they're not already subscribed, you want them, right? As much as these little extra dollars, like as far as like what they're spending here, you want them to come in, you want them to be a part of that bigger number, you want them to stay engaged. And then if they get in with this, they might trickle into your other shit too.
Exactly.
Right. So overall,
this is just a way to lure in people who are into these type of games, or even just to keep more engagement with the people that are already in there that do play these games. But like you said, you come in for one thing and you're hooked on another and you never leave, right? The point is to get their foot through the door. I don't know if you recall, I brought up, like, sometimes you sign up for something and you forget. You're like, I'm going to do it for a month just to test this out. You forget to cancel it. Before you know it, you've been there for 3 years. And you're like, oh, shit, that money was still coming out.
It's true.
It happens.
It's true. It happens all the time, man. Get you in the door and just do it. But, you know, the beauty is that as much as that it is to hopefully get these, you know, more people, this is what competition is about.
Yes.
Right. It's about the company saying, okay, we want their dollars. How do we get them? Right. And in doing so, it works out great when it's beneficial to everybody.
Agreed.
Right. It's different if you have to jump through some certain hoops to make this happen. And it's like, okay, well, only those subset of people are going to benefit. But now you're getting something into what we're already paying for, right? It's not a different tier. It's not like
it's an add-on. It's just more that we're getting. They're not saying, okay, so now we have a new level, extra ultimate, ultimate plus, you know, and you get this, right? This is not what is happening. And, you know, do we realistically think that Game Pass will always stay the same price like those people on Twitter were freaking going crazy about? No, but they continue to throw in more and more content. So,
agreed, 100%. It's just the value that basically keeps on growing.
Yeah,
we just keep getting more from it.
That's the thing. They're not shying away from, like, okay, well, we've hit our limit, right? This is all we're gonna do for them. This is all they're gonna get. Now let's figure out what we can do out there only. They stay trying to, even if this move is made to bring people in, it's benefiting who's already in there, and so you feel catered to.
Facts.
It's pretty dope.
Facts. All right, so let's go ahead and
by the way,
go ahead.
If you have Game Pass, right, and you don't play some of these games and there are free skins, what do you think that's going to do? And I'm just talking about the negotiations that took place between them. Exactly. It's going to say, okay, well, let me go get my free skin. Let me just go ahead and try it out. And again, like I said before, these games are addictive. And so this is something that you can easily see how they would be all for and be more than happy to go ahead and put in, you know, content for Game Pass.
Agreed. All right. I want to switch topics, but I can't believe that somehow we miss this. Our boy Boss Bread 77.
You failed us, see.
In the building. My dude, I am very sorry. I don't know how the mother hell I did not see this come through.
Sorry about that.
But thank you, my brother, with that $10 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says Xbox has been trying to be a PC hybrid console since its conception. I didn't get interested in the OG Xbox because it was trying to be like PlayStation. I fuck with Xbox because I want to be the most powerful PC hybrid console. I respect that.
Yeah.
It is crazy, though, how this has kind of come full circle, because the original pitch for the Xbox was getting PC into the living room. Remember, I think during our interview with Seamus Blackley, remember he told us some stuff about this when they were first kind of getting it going. But Bill Gates, the way they sold him was on the idea of the fact that Sony was trying to make a move for like the I guess the PlayStation was like their move for the living room, and Xbox wanted to not lose that.
Yeah.
So they wanted to go ahead and, you know, they were afraid that they would take away from Windows, right? So they wanted to bring Xbox as a PC into the living room. They wanted to bring the PC into the living room, and they never quite got there because it's obviously consoles became the thing, right? So it was less about, PC stuff and more about just the game version of the shit. And now going almost full circle 5 years later to finally have legitimately
get to that point.
PC into the actual living room. That's crazy.
The great thing is being able to make it happen, right? Like, it doesn't matter how long it takes. Like, you're still around and you still made it happen. A vision, essentially, that was from so long ago. Being out before you even see your your ideas come through, that would be wild. But yeah, they've always had the ideas. They've always been ahead. And it's just that the world's always ready to knock anything new that is not in the cycle of what takes place. But I do think this is the time. This is the time for them to come in and do something like this. And again, the way they're making it is so seamless with just incorporating everything and how everyone can play anywhere, right?
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, right now you figure there's a lot of people who do put their PC in the living room, right? Like, we've gotten to the point where you could, for the most part, put a PC in the living room. I mean, it's been a long time people have been doing that shit, but you still see people trying to figure out, like, yeah, it can do it, but like, how do I get, that smooth, transition of turning on my PC, playing my game without going through all the other bullshit. And it looks like Xbox is finally going to be there.
Yeah.
Right. Like, to deliver that type of output with a PC that functions like
a console.
Well,
I mean, there different ways of playing, right? Even you as a gamer, like, you think of sitting in front of your PC and going to play. That's a whole different experience than to kind of just kick back, relax, and let me go ahead and hit up some games, on my couch, nice and comfy. We have the shoot.
The laptop,
tray, that you can
turret.
You can go ahead and
it's
just
called the
kick back
keyboard
on the
turret,
couch and everything. But it's also like, okay, well, let me set this up like this. Like, it's not a seamless situation to kind of go back and forth. But like, yeah, it's a way to incorporate and kind of give you the choice of where you want to be and how you want to play and what you want to do, as long as you can just hop in anywhere.
Agreed. And I mean, we're also, like, as much as it's dope that you're gonna have the living room have that PC experience, hopefully be easier to control with a controller. There's a lot of people who just have their Xbox on their desk, you know what I'm saying,
too.
with a monitor there, and now you're gonna be able to just rock the Xbox and play your game and then switch over to doing something more mouse and keyboard related.
It
PC
works
game or
both
something like that.
ways.
So
for sure.
It's definitely a balance for sure. But appreciate that, man. And again, sorry that
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Did not see that. And of course, we have our homie Game Shark in the building, my dude, with that $2 super chat. I appreciate your homie. Says only ponies don't hit the like button.
That's right. Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
Twinkle, twinkle, man. Twinkle, twinkle. Listen, we don't make the rules.
Twinkle, twinkle, baby.
It's just the way it works. Okay, we don't make these rules. We just follow them. Hit the like button. Appreciate y'all. All right. So, like I promised,
yes.
Doodle,
what's up?
We do have. I made sure we can get to the topic of Nintendo.
Oh.
So, let me go ahead and put this through. All right. So Nintendo had their show, and
I forgot about it.
It wasn't great. It wasn't like the best thing ever. There were some interesting tidbits that came from it, and some things that hold promise. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, this is also where we got the PlayStation situation come through. But one of the cool things that came from this, and we could talk about anything else you want about it, baby, but I think the one thing where I want to start was the virtual game card and what that means for Nintendo and just in general what that may what that may mean. So real quick, let's look at the they put the video here together to explain this shit. Okay, so let's watch it and let's see, what makes sense to us.
With game cards, you can put a game featuring Mario in this Nintendo Switch system and a Legend of Zelda game in this one, freely inserting the games you have on hand into any system you want. But what if digital games could be as flexible and convenient as game cards? Well, here's what we came up with. Introducing the virtual game card.
They're so clever.
In the future, virtual game cards can be used for
Everything's
digital
a pop
games.
for them.
When purchasing the digital version of a game,
it was $70.
It will be loaded onto your system as a virtual game card, allowing you to play that title. Your digital games will be lined up as virtual game cards on a dedicated management screen. Here, you can load and eject your virtual game cards and manage which games you can play on your system. If you have two Nintendo Switch systems, you can eject a virtual game card from one and load it onto the second. Now you can play this game on the second system wherever and whenever you want.
You do need an internet
just as if you
connection.
had inserted a physical game card. With virtual game cards, you can freely load and arrange which games you play on up to two systems.
It's funny.
It's like convoluted.
Local communication with your second system is required, but only the first time.
So you need to have the other one next to you.
You can also lend out virtual game cards to your Nintendo account family group members.
Together into a family group.
Connect to your family group member system via local wireless when you want to lend a game. Choose the title you're lending and who you're lending it to.
And their phone number and social and
you're done. They can now play on their own system. You can only lend one game at a time to a particular person. Games can be lent out for 2 weeks, after which they will automatically return to you. Making digital games even easier to use. Virtual game card.
I think it automatically, you can whistle them back.
You can whistle them back. I think so. I think that's the way.
That's a lot, bro. Like that's crazy. I just want to sign in and have all my shit there.
So that's the big thing, right? Because like everybody's all excited for Nintendo doing this shit, but it's like, fam, if on Xbox you just fucking go and
what a mess, though. The breakdown. It's like
it's only good because of
when you hear it at first, you're like, all right, well, Nintendo is evolving, but it's like, man, when you think of what you can't do elsewhere, it's like, nah, this isn't it. Like, this is a lot of that's a lot of stepping.
It's trash.
That's a lot of stepping.
For anywhere other than Nintendo, it's trash. That's just like their games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like outside of Nintendo's bubble that they put you in a trance in when you go in there, right? Outside of that, you look at their games, you're like, what the fuck am I playing? Yo, Metroid Prime 4. They trick you into thinking you're watching something dope. And it's like, fam, this shit looks like it came out back in. Might as well just fucking play Metroid again.
Yeah, you were like, I just hope that with the new Switch, if it can all clear up, then we're good. And it's like, man, keep the hope up, I guess. But
Killer Prime says, you guys thought turning on a PC is difficult. It's nothing compared to trying to play a game on the Switch 1 or 2. Yeah, I mean, obviously we did, like when we were talking about the PC, we have PCs. It's not difficult to turn on. But if you want to do it,
it's when you're used to like that seamless situation.
It's like you want to sit down on the couch and play. It's not as simple as just, oh yeah, this works. You have to go and get your keyboard and mouse and do it, unless you got Steam big picture mode, right? Which is fine if you only do Steam, but there's other places, right? If you want to go and play Game Pass games, it's not going to work that way for you, right? So you still got to go get your keyboard, all that bullshit. But Switch, they're on some other shit, man.
But hold on. Moonlight A says, if your kid acts up, you could just take the only for 2 weeks, Moonlight. Only for 2 weeks. Then they get it back.
Well, you take it back from them within that 2 weeks if they act up. But yeah, I mean, listen, like you listen to this and it just kind of makes you feel like you're watching something like that's clever happening. But then you're just realizing that they're still just trying to make it almost impossible for you to own more than one of these things. And it's a pain in the ass. Like, I should easily be able to go up to, our daughter's room where they have a Switch and log into my name and just play.
Yeah.
Well, why do I have to? Oh shit! I forgot my Switch to come be next to your Switch so that I can fucking let you borrow it. Come on,
it's also like they do have you pick your username when you're going in, and it's like, well, you should have all my stuff in there. It's it's funny because it's like, we made this available, but we're gonna put you through hell before you get to it. It's too complicated, too much shit. Facts. Like, I'm the second time watching it, I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, actually watching it again really kind of flipped me on this, because it's kind of like, fuck.
You gotta like take notes.
Like, are you serious? I gotta go and say, hey, kid, one of my kids, you want to play this game? Okay, hold on, get close so we could connect, and then I gotta let you borrow the game. Whoa, hold on, you want to play next? I can't. This kid has it for 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? So you better go ask them if they could borrow. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? Why?
I don't know if you can get it back before the 2 weeks. I don't know if I want to go through the whole process. I might need 2 weeks just to get my ish together after that mess. Man. And then you got to learn the whole thing all over again.
No, Rock says, so on PlayStation and Xbox, I can literally just sign into any console and download my games. But here, I need a DNA sample, security number, and 3 references. Okay. Yo, it's fucking true, yo. It's so fucking stupid, yo.
Oh my God.
Like, it's the dumbest
It's a lot,
shit.
man.
These are the only people that create a fucking solution to a problem they make up
with more
on their
problems,
own selves.
though. With
like,
more
remember
problems.
The chat shit? They're like, how do you chat to each other? Well, get a mobile phone app, okay? And then you got to connect, but you can't just be friends. You got to send a special code.
Man. We're not there, Nintendo. This is not.
Bro.
This is like saying, we're going to use those bean cans or like to go ahead and talk to each other.
What am I watching here?
No.
You never put it in the ear. That's weird. Is that
we
fantasy? We could do it. Sure. Why not? Whatever you want. You know what I'm saying? We'll work it out for you, baby girl. We'll work it out for you.
You know what I'm talking about, no?
Look at her. She's all hot bothered with the idea of her ear getting involved. Oh shit!
Oh my gosh!
All right, so all right. So the other thing that came from this, I don't know if you guys saw, there was an app.
Mm-hmm.
They have an app. So if you want to keep up on the news of Nintendo, don't go on Twitter, guys. Don't go anywhere else. No. We're gonna send information straight to you. We won't be posting any of this stuff on Twitter. I mean, actually, we're gonna post it everywhere identically. So everywhere you got your news before, now you have a place to only get Nintendo news. Just in case you get distracted by other better consoles that are out there.
Yes, right. You are. It's an app. That's right. Nintendo is bringing more to the table than you thought they would.
Yep. Here's I I'm not gonna put the volume on because nobody cares what it sounds. Here is I'll turn off the volume.
Gosh.
Here is look at this. Look at what I'm looking at. God damn it. Like, okay. I can admit that they are pushing. Whoever's making this game is doing everything they can to make this game look like better than it would have looked on like a regular Wii or something like that. But it's like, bro, as soon as you start looking around, it's like, yo, this shit
it's empty as hell.
Like, what the fuck is happening here?
What in the crack pipe are we?
There's like no grass in this jungle.
Yeah.
Okay, they're in the fucking jungle. It's only patch grass everywhere. Every once in a while, you see one fucking blade of grass sticking up. Come on, man.
Oh my god.
And then you saw her powers. I was like, yo, are they about to have this bitch like just flinging people with her psychic abilities?
Yeah.
And it's like, you could take this ball and put it over here.
Yeah.
And you could shoot a bullet and use your brain and make the bullet move to different places. So you're saying I have psychic abilities, but I can't just fling these dudes and slam them around and make them explode? No, why would I? Why would I?
Oh, damn. Chat going in.
Bro.
Shout out to Shiva.
Is it?
As she explained.
Oh, no, nobody did that. Nobody did that. Nobody did that.
Where's the planet?
Nobody wants to hear it. We don't want to hear your lies. Don't feed us with bullshit. Yo, Shiba Ari Brown looks like Turok 2 on the T64. Yo, come on, man. Like, this is crazy.
Oh,
but like,
man.
It looks so old, man. And like, this is the shit that gets me fucked up, right? You're about to show us the
ahead,
Switch 2.
Yep.
In fucking like 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like, motherfucker, you couldn't put like this. I don't even have words.
So now I want you to process this, and then I want you to think of those third-party games.
Yo, they're gonna look like trash. They're gonna look like trash, bro.
Oh my gosh.
They're gonna look like trash. Yo, legit, this looks like the goddamn same game as the remaster for Metroid Prime on the fucking regular Switch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Man.
This is wild. What the fuck is the Switch 2? Is the Switch 2 gonna give me the grass?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring on the grass for CMoney.
Like,
listen,
on,
I don't know.
And then they did a sneak.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
From orange to red? Motherfucker, that shade is so close. Like orange and red is like right there next to each other. Like,
well,
what? Like,
you
what?
mix red and yellow, you do get orange.
Are you fucking kidding
Listen.
me? You're just removing the yellow?
That's wild.
Come on, man. This is the sad part. Meet the Cheater nails it. And it's still going to sell 1 billion copies.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's wild, man.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, I'm going to get a Mikuma over here and then I'm going to drop some bars on it.
Okay.
He says,
all right.
I don't really care about graphics at all, to be honest, but there's a point where the hardware is legit holding back the game. I just wish Nintendo would publish to Xbox or PC so I could play the games properly. Agreed. 100%. Like, that's my thing. Like, listen, graphics, I do care. I'm not going to lie. I care about it a lot. Like, a lot. It's a big part of why I like gaming. I love the idea that, yes, real life exists, and then there's like cartoons, but gaming is a way for you to experience things in a way you can't do anywhere else, and they can legit make such beautiful environments that you can't see without going to, I don't know, to a rainforest on your goddamn own. I'm not going to a rainforest. I want my rainforest to look dope and I want to walk through it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I want. I want my shit to look so real.
It brings
so
the
cool.
idea of what things are. Like, for example, right? There's the good and the bad of a rainforest, and you just want the good.
Just the good, no bad. And if there's bad, I can shoot it in the game and not risk my life. Right?
There you go.
So, and again, it doesn't have to be just realistic. I love realistic looking games. I want them to try to make everything as realistic looking as possible. But I also appreciate just good art, right? And you can have good art, but like with modern sensibilities, right?
Yeah.
Like with the foliage moving beautifully, with nice foliage on the ground, with good lighting, with ray tracing, all this like you could do so much, man.
Yeah,
Look
I
at what
have
they
to
did
agree.
with 2D graphics, right?
This is falling short.
They came up with the HD 2D, right? Which Octopath Traveler famously kind of brought into existence, where they took a flat thing and made it flat but in 3D. And it looked really good, but then it also kind of looked played out because they didn't really push it. And then lately, some new ones kind of came out where it looks like they're doing more. But if you think of like what was it? Replaced, right? Or The Last Night, right? Both games are MIA. We don't know where they are. They're supposed to be coming out sometime in the future. But those are 2D games, and to the next level where it's like, oh my God, look at how beautiful this looks, even though it's 2D, right? Like you can push with tech. You know what I'm saying? Like tech is there, bro.
Yeah.
You can push. It doesn't have to be only realism, but use the fucking give me something. You know what I'm saying? Something that could
I'm giving up on you.
Yo, it's like
oh, Nintendo got us singing songs.
Yo, it's true. It's true.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. And like this is actually one of the better looking games that they showed during this fucking event.
Oh, the event was was rough, you guys.
You got pumped at the end, right? They faked you out.
They did. They faked me out. I was like, this looks like shit, but what if? I didn't think it looked not even anywhere near close to the last one. But we do have something of yours that has been answered, see, by Ryu Art.
What has been answered?
Ryu Art wants you to know that you're going to get 2 more frames in the Switch 2.
Oh, okay? Well, clearly.
So there you go. That's life-changing right there.
That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping I would get.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, they tricked me. They tricked me.
Yeah, they tricked you with the
Tamagotchi life.
That shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
That shit was real cold. I have it here. So let's show this. You guys know that during the pandemic, Doodle and I and all the kids went in on Animal Crossing.
Yep.
It's just what we did. She has thousands of hours in there. I have, I think, almost 1,000 hours in there. It's just a game that we used.
Look at this mess.
And
look at
this popped up, and it was like, oh,
just
shit.
the first little bit. Yeah, I was like, oh, just the very crap, but like, it doesn't look. Yep.
As soon as you started seeing like the trees, it was like, oh shit. You hear the breeze, you hear the little twinkles. You saw this thing. It looked like a creature. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't know.
Was that go back a little bit?
Nobody knows what that is.
Go back a little bit. Look, was that a fart that just popped out of his ass?
That was a fart.
Look at that. Yo, what
the fuck?
What do you do in this game?
Yo, that's legit fucking fart.
Yo, you saw that? Damn.
Oh,
I mean, they have a sense of humor though.
They do. So you got a little tricked with this. You thought it was gonna be Animal Crossing. Now we got Granddad the breakdancer over here.
Look at this.
Now I do remember Madman when he was
little, yeah.
The first Tamagotchi, he was into
isn't this the first time they have it on the isn't it on the DS?
Possibly.
Was it? It was on the DS
this
that
is
he had.
2026 game, by the way, guys. Which means what it looks like right now.
So this is my problem. If you're showing 2026 games, right? What's coming out with the new Switch? What are you dropping? Right? If this was a Nintendo Direct where it was supposed to be about the games and there was a lack of enthusiasm with what you put out there, where are the games that are supposed to make people want to get that Switch too? we know you're not sending out the dev kits until June, and according to them, by October, November, these games should be hitting the platform, which again, there are going to be a lot of delays. But where's the hype? What's happening here? When's that new Mario Kart gonna drop, and are we gonna see it looking better than what we saw? Because it didn't look that much better.
So let me ask this. Do we think that maybe these are just the cross-gen games?
Okay.
So they're showing us these games because they're cross-gen, and that's why they look so ass. Like maybe that's why Mario Kart, whatever the fuck, looks so doo-doo. Is because it's still a cross-gen game.
That's possible.
But that doesn't line up with the fucking bullshit that we heard that it was
that was creepy.
The most expensive.
That's the thing, and that's where my mind goes back to. And when they went ahead and before they even showed the Switch 2, okay, you're making something. It's like the most expensive Mario Kart you've ever made. Like now, I want to know by how much. Like a couple of pennies. Like what happened here? Where did we just go too far with the idea that you were hyping up how much money you spent on this game as if it were, something grand and that you went all out for? I was expecting some amazing stuff, and that's not what they delivered when I saw that little trailer. So I was hoping that they were going to go ahead and show something like that, a little more in depth. Like when is this happening? This is the time to hype people up. Next week, we're going to see it. Supposedly, it's going to go on pre-orders. Like the pre-orders are up. So, I don't know, man.
Are they going to show us exclusive shit that makes us say,
they need to show something? People need to stop pre-ordering crap that doesn't have anything lined up.
Dude, this legit doesn't look better than anything on the Switch. Like that Metroid Prime footage that we saw doesn't look better than the Switch.
Yeah, I agree.
It looks just like the remaster version of the fucking Metroid Prime that they did. So it's like, what are we?
You know what was good? The artwork for that freaking Zelda game in the beginning. They did the artwork. I was like, oh, that's stunning artwork. And then, the game hit.
Yeah.
And
that,
you're like, oh,
Dragon Quest.
Yeah.
It was Dragon Quest.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Now,
that's how fast
game,
I disconnected from as soon as the art was over.
One dope ass game they did share, but it is multi-plat, so doesn't matter that they showed it here. Was this bitch? That's right. Take it, love it. Oh yeah. Come on, man, that's fire. Spider-Man in an actual good game.
Oh, that's Chasey.
Cool. This is true. Come on, man. This doesn't look fire. Dude.
Yeah, that was pretty dope.
4-player co-op.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's gonna be fun, man. This reminds you like
that is gonna be fun. The old school, yes, Ninja Turtle style. Yeah, for sure. Yep. This is gonna be dope. And you're right. It's better than anything we saw. That we saw there.
Right.
More compact, more balanced. Yeah.
On everything.
It's on everything though. So like, how do you say, let me just get the Switch version? I'll take the lesser version, sir.
Nobody's getting the Switch version for sure. Not a one person, unless you only have a Switch. But But it looks so dope. It reminds me of back in the day, man, when you just had a fun ass game.
Yeah.
Like Ninja Turtles in Time, you
Mhm.
know, fucking one of the best games back in the day. And this fucking just scratched that itch right away. It's like,
Absolutely.
it doesn't have to give me a crazy story. Just give me
No.
a fucking fun game to play sometimes. And I'm good with that, man. I'm good with
You
that.
getting Spider-Man, Venom,
You got
Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Yo,
Tony's
everything.
like, what?
Yo.
What's happening? I thought we owned it. I thought we owned it. Why? This is dumb. This is real time. You go find the pony. Some pony who watches this right now is like, I don't believe this. Tears. Literal tears. Snot coming out. Choked up because they saw Spider-Man and Wolverine here.
Yeah.
And
no one else is supposed to have.
And realized that
Spider-Man, Wolverine, or Venom.
They're just getting some random shit at this point.
That's wild.
Man, what?
Yeah.
This was good.
Well, that was a Nintendo show.
It was. It was the Nintendo show. Ultimately, I mean, the only fun things that came out of it were the fact that PlayStation games are going everywhere.
Yes.
You know
I mean, yeah. Rock, don't worry, man. Rock says this appeals to my soul. I'm officially old now. Sad.
Right? When you look at a game like that and you're like, oh shit, this shit looks amazing. It's like, damn, what would the young people say?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What would the young people say to you?
Shame.
Just looking at you like, what is wrong? What is happening here? You think this is good? Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's a fucking problem.
But listen, PlayStation's delivering games, not the ones that the developers are looking for, but they're all over Nintendo. So, I saw this too.
So this is the new Pokemon, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is going back to what Amit Kumar had said in the chat, right? Where it's like you can see like they're clearly in need of new tech, right? It's time. Embrace a new fucking like a higher spec console, man. Like I'm really nervous about this Switch 2, bro. I really hope that these are just all cross-gen shit. And that's why they're showing it now right before the other show, because the other show is only going to show us the exclusive shit. And maybe that's why they're doing the staggered release, actually, if you think about it. Because like third parties are not going to be pushing this shit the right way, right? They're going to be putting it, they're all going to just be the shittier version of whatever's everywhere
But that's
else.
the thing. When you have the option, it's like, okay, what are you going to do?
But like if they come
right,
out,
you're asking if this is Power World.
They wish.
Fam Jam says Power World is better.
Yeah,
I'd rather play
than this for sure. Yeah. This. But
Fam Jam, there's a night Pokemon purge that takes place in this game. Did you not know?
Oh yeah, nighttime.
Does that not excite you?
Crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. That's wild. It's like they're trying to like do something exciting, but it's like it just comes off like, all right, so we're throwing in a purge at night that takes place with
Pragmatic Eagle said these games look straight out of the Wii era.
100%. Yeah, I have to agree.
Facts.
I have to agree.
He also says Nintendo people don't play Nintendo for graphics. So, you know, this is Pragmatic. You're right about the current slate of people. And that's the problem, because I did, right? Because Nintendo was a front runner. Like they're the ones who were pushing shit. They had Nintendo 64. You know what I'm saying? Like they were pushing 3D. They like going into the GameCube, the fucking that
turn
tech
off the
demo.
Sound?
Huh?
The sound?
The sound of what?
Oh, I thought you had the sound on. Okay, never mind.
No,
okay.
sounds off. The tech demo that they released for Zelda, in my mind, is still one of the most beautiful looking games ever. If I go back and watch it now, it probably looks ass. But they never released that shit. You know what they fucking gave us? Wind Waker. We were all thinking we're getting this dope ass new realistic looking Zelda, gonna be the dopest shit ever. They give us fucking Wind Waker. Go fuck yourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's where they lost me.
Yeah.
That's where I said, fuck you pieces of shit. How are you going to go ahead and come out here and tease us with some dope ass looking shit and then fucking just pull the rug? Whoop.
Just plain.
Yeah, man. Like that's some dirty shit. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
It's wild. It's wild. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the show. This looks like a game that would benefit from something new. Hopefully it's not going to be bullshit, but we will see.
We'll see next week. Will they waste our time yet again? We'll find out.
We will find out. We will find out. Guys, thank you so much.
Thank you guys
for rocking out with us, man. We appreciate y'all. Remember, we'll be here live tomorrow night.
Yes.
8 p.m. Eastern with the homies for night shift. That's right. Demo Flow, Hargi Shani in the building. We'll have a good show, man. So definitely come back for that. Guys, again, thank you to everyone who went ahead and super chatted, man. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much. Always remember the show is brought to you by you. So you guys helping out in a major way keeps us going. So we thank you. And of course, we got a shout out to all of our Patreon members and YouTube members. You guys are the shit. Thank you. But especially we want to shout out our elite members. That's right. It's the homie Big Boy Mike.
Yes.
Dark Angelic, Pragmatic Eagle, Coach of the Canuck, Music 72, and Queen Witch. You guys are dope. So thank you. Much. And of course, our Inner Circle members. You got the homie Big Migs Gaming, man. Thank you so much. Shout out to the first 3 people who made it into the chat. Our specials for the show. That's right. You have the homie User for Games, Becca in the building, and Anthony Sanchez. Thank y'all so much. First super chat was from our boy Space Shot with that $2 super chat. Biggest super chat was from our boy Starkey Love at the $10 level. And of course, everyone here live in the building was supporting us in such a major way, man. We appreciate y'all. So thank you so much. Weekend shows should be back this week. We'll have the Saturday morning show I'll be on, and then we'll do Morning Quest. So things should be back to normal. But guys, thank you again for everything. Doodle.
Yes.
We're going to go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle.
We're
done.
You
say we?
Yes. French.
Oh. Sorry.
See.
We're done.
We are.
Until next time.
You're intruding.
You're intruding.